What up, what up, what up? It is Saturday afternoon. The time is 4:07 p.m. and the crew is back in the house. This is the third week, make it uno, dos, tres, week of square one. And we are back to talk some more football. What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing?
Doing good.
Feeling good.
Nice.
Nzo, are you going to grace us with your conversation today, sir? Because you're on mute if you can hear us.
Yeah, I don't think I want to talk to any of you go down dirty pieces of. Yeah, what's up, guys? I'm here.
Well, guess what? Being that Nzo is an awesome YouTuber, and from time to time, I like to take some of his ideas. I'm going to take one of his ideas that he have on OOC, and I'm going to play a funny clip. And this segment of the show is going to call "This Right Here Is Funny." So I was able to find some videos that I think is hilarious. Two of them, in fact. So I'm going to go ahead and play the first one. And this is for Nzo.
What are you doing? Oh my god. What are you doing? What the Oh my god.
Oh no. Oh god, no, he's going to.
Oh wow. It's not that serious, bro. It's not that
Oh my god.
Week 2.
Every
Wow.
year you see him do these things. I mean, how bad is it?
I'm hoping that was an old TV wasn't using it. Doing
I love it.
What are you doing?
Well, how bad is it? How bad
This is-
is it if you're a
this was-
Cowboys fan?
Hey, this was even better. This is my favorite one right here. I would play this thing all week long.
No video, Danny.
Hold on. I forgot to share it. Let me share it. This one right here is fantastic.
Mhm.
Oh, my God.
Girls at a game yesterday against the Saints of New Orleans. They scored TD after TD, but it wouldn't stop. The Saints just kept on scoring. Oh, the QB threw the ball and everyone said, no, that. You ought to know by now. Don't worry about it. At least you got 240 million. And it seems like a waste of time because the team's on a drought. Good luck this year, but you just
This is the best part here now. Got blown out.
you got blown out. Woo! Jerry.
See,
Billy-
I think
Billy Joel should pay that man some money, man.
I think it's so funny because anytime they have a nationally broadcast Cowboys game, which is like every week almost, anytime this happens to them, and inevitably it happens to them, they're like always looking up at the owner's box, especially the fact that it was at Dallas. They went up and all you saw was throwing stuff on the table, going like, "God damn it!" And it's so great. Because he sat here and he said, "No, we're not going to do. We're not going to necessarily renew contracts." And then they go and renew 2 contracts, and they get that.
I gotta say, you guys are capping clowns. If that was any other team, you wouldn't have found any of it. Like, it's not funny. I get it. Okay, they're dissing the Cowboys, but just wasn't funny at all. Like, I'm just like,
It was funny.
this is
I beg
not
to differ.
funny.
I beg to differ. It had been Kansas City, I would laugh this hard.
Also, it ain't Dallas. 'Cause I don't really hate Dallas. It's the fans. They are
Yes.
so obnoxious. They are so. This is the one thing I agree with Stephen A. Smith 1,000%.
Yep.
They make me sick.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about
Why?
Canada, but here in South Carolina, they are sick. They make
So
me
wait,
sick.
why did it make
Same
you
way
sick?
up here, Danny.
Huh?
Same way up here.
Because they're
because they're
always talking that
passionate
bull
about their
guy.
team.
No, they're always talking about America's team. America's team. No, you're not America's team. You're a small group of people. America's team. All that bull. Every time I see the star on somebody's truck, I want to stop them and arrest them. I wish I could do it.
Look at that. Look at that. You see, just a bunch of haters. That's what I'm
Yeah,
talking about here.
I hate the fans.
You know what
Well,
I
you know,
mean?
it's just a
I
coincidence we're in the same division, Anzo. You know, it's not like I'm from the AFC North and I hate Dallas. Like, the whole reason I chose Washington is because of Dallas. So this is the relationship I have with them. Have to hate.
I found a very interesting fact. We're the only division in the NFL that everybody in their division has won a Super Bowl at least once. I did not know that.
Ba-dow.
So,
Yeah, San Diego's never won, have they?
somebody told me, I was like, what? And I looked it up, and we're the
LA, whatever
only
they're
division
called now.
that everybody in the division has won it once.
Has San Diego ever come close?
Yes, they were in the Super Bowl in the early 90s.
Who was their quarterback?
It might have been Breeze. It was either him or the guy before. I don't know. Look it up. I think they made it once.
Let's see. It wasn't Breeze. I know that.
Oh,
Hold on. Hold on. I'll be right back. Let me look it up.
this is one of my buddies right here, one of my boys. I work with him. He said, let's talk football. The Raiders are going to the Super Bowl. Oh, my Lord, Tony Brown.
Let me guess, Danny. Is that the friend? Go ahead. Go for it.
No, I was just gonna say Tony Brown. I respect that because I say it every year. Steelers are going to the Super Bowl as well. I got nothing but respect for a man who does nothing but
Alonzo, I give you that. The Steelers got a better chance going to Super Bowl than the Raiders. I'll give you that.
They probably do, but I ain't gonna hate on the man for saying it. That's right.
I don't hate on him.
See these guys over here. They're like, oh no, it's gonna be Kansas City. No, it's gonna be so and so. No, you have a team. That team is supposed to make it to the Super Bowl every year, regardless of whether they're 1-18, 17, whatever. You always have to think they're going to the Super Bowl.
It's like you got some bad weed, bro. You better stop that because you know good and well of your team 1-18. They got we got a better chance of putting a team together going to Super Bowl than they do.
And I'm still gonna say Steelers gonna win the Super Bowl.
Okay. He said,
yeah, the quarterback was Stan Humphries.
Is going to the toilet bowl.
Stan Humphries, huh? Damn.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I mean, I know they made it. I think that's the only time they did it. It was Super Bowl 29. And they got blown out by San Francisco. 94, I think, was the year.
Okay.
You ain't by yourself. I don't know who's leading the picks. I ain't kept track of it. But I think it's JG now.
Am I?
Last week
it's close. I think he
equalized.
You made some ground up, JG.
If you're in one of those pick'em leagues, man, I mean, all you hear is 45% of the group is out. 55% of the group is out. It was such a bad 2 weeks. You just pick one team to win every week to the end of the season.
Yeah.
Overall, it's 18-14 for Danny, 20-12 for me, 21-11 for Chris, 19-13 for Roberto, and 20-12 for JG.
Yeah, he's tied for first, ain't he?
I'm still first.
Okay. Hey, I know he made a lot of ground. And I'm gonna be the first to say it. I was wrong. Capital WRONG about my statement last week about San Francisco. I thought those Suckers was the juggernaut. They look more like the what the hell or not.
I told you. On paper, they look good, but
they can't. That's one of my questions, and I'm gonna go ahead and jump to that question. Deebo Samuel, Christian McCaffrey, are they damaged goods? Because they can't seem to stay healthy.
Well, McCaffrey's had the problem for several years, and that's the first thing I said when they got him. Is that
I blame Carolina on that.
What?
I blame Carolina for McCaffrey's.
Well, yeah, yes, but here's the difference though about McCaffrey and Samuels. San Francisco isn't using McCaffrey like Jacksonville did, and if they, I mean, I'm sorry, Carolina. And I think that the way they use him and the workload they give him will actually help, as long as he can have time to heal, will help him prolong his career for like another 2-3 years, because he's a running back. I mean, it's just how it is. He's going to be out in another 2 years or so, if not earlier. But the thing about Samuels is that it's a little different. I think he might be damaged goods. I won't say it's a definite, but McCaffrey, I think, actually probably helped himself going to San Francisco. If he had stayed in the Panthers organization, last year might have been his last year, or maybe this year, because I don't think with their team they would have just kept handing the ball off to him, and he's a guy that wants the ball, so he would have done it, and he probably would have been out by this season and retired. So I think he actually prolonged his career going to San Francisco. You just got to give him time to, when he does get hurt, he just got to give him the time.
Shanahan has a lot of weapons, especially in that backfield with the running backs. He doesn't utilize them. It's constantly run McCaffrey, run McCaffrey. And anybody in that position, you run them so much, you're going to get hurt. Right? Especially if you already have an injury history. They use him in the backfield to run the ball. They use him in the slot, everywhere. Just like Deebo Samuel. They put him in the backfield. They put him in the slot. They do so much. Shanahan doesn't utilize all his weapons. I think one reason, like Jordan Mason, monster running back, but he's not a great pass blocker. That may be the reason why Shanahan didn't trust him as much. I don't know. But damaged goods, they're up in age. I know McCaffrey is. He's like 40 in regular, normal person years. Right?
Dog years?
In dog years, right? So, I agree with Chris. He's probably prolonged his career in San Francisco, but, man, those little nagging injuries, man, especially knee, calf injuries as a running back, that's detrimental to your career.
But go ahead, Roberto. What you think?
Well, McCaffrey was getting hurt quite a bit in Carolina, if I recall.
Yeah, you're correct.
When he came over to San Fran, he went a nice little stretch without getting hurt, and you could see how much different the team played when he was in the game. But, that is a wear and tear position. As you guys stated, he is older. And those hits that they keep putting him in for plays all the time, instead of using this guy they used the other night, out of no choice, of course. Like, JG said, there's other talent that aren't being utilized on the team. And Deebo, I mean, I had him 2 years in a row, and he's always hurt. He's one of those catch over the middle receivers, and those guys take some bad hits, man.
How old do y'all think McCaffrey is?
He's got to be.
It's like 32, isn't he?
Yeah, he's up there.
No, he's 28 years old.
Yeah, I was going to say 28, 29.
That's the same age.
That's like
the same age as Mahomes.
I'm just telling you, a running back lifespan is
not the same.
It's a 30.
You see, and here's the thing about McCaffrey is, and I go back. It's funny because and I think Roberto's right. They run him and they put him in some pretty hairy spots. But then you look at the Super Bowl last year, and it's like they forgot he was there for like 2 quarters.
And a lot of teams are doing that this year.
I know, but it just seems weird. It's like, I don't know. It just seems weird that, like all of a sudden they forget, hey, we got a running back. I mean, like Henry right now for Baltimore he should be getting 30, 40, 30 to 35.
Still
yeah, I'm sorry. I was just saying. Anyways, no, I mean, McCaffrey's only got another year or 2 left, probably, but I do think he prolonged his career. And then Samuels, Roberto said, I mean, he's in the middle of the field receiver, And that's a very rough position, especially if you're dealing with a quarterback. And I'm not going to say Purdy doesn't know what he's doing, but you got to have a quarterback that understands, give you lead time and don't lead you into the hit. When you catch that ball and you are in the air or you are running full force, and then there's a guy right there when you catch it, that's a bad hit, and that's really hard on your body. And I think that's what Samuels has had a problem with.
Yeah.
What you think, Nzo?
I wouldn't say. You know what? I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't think they're kind of like. The question you asked, are they
damaged goods?
Yeah, I don't think they're damaged goods. I just think, like you said, that they might be very, very injured prone. But if they're healthy, they can do some damage. So
yeah, for sure.
Just can't stay healthy, man. And I don't know. I don't want to say that's damaged goods or anything, but at the same time, because for me, if I think damaged good, I think your injury. Like I would say, Le'Veon Bell or Ezekiel Elliott. I would say they're damaged goods. You know what I mean? I'm just saying they're damaged goods because they're trash. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want these guys on your team because even when they're not injured, they can't play.
See, I'm gonna mute Nzo because he's talking all that bull crap. Okay.
I just think why? Because I know you're a big Ezekiel Elliott fan. I get it. No, Le'Veon Bell. Sorry, Le'Veon Bell fan. I get it.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Ain't nothing wrong with that, Danny. But yeah, they trash.
Is he still playing?
Yeah, he's playing for Dallas.
Le'Veon Bell?
No.
Well, I mean,
not. There was talks earlier about him coming back to Pittsburgh, but that didn't happen because of Uncle Tom. I mean, Mike blocked it.
Yeah, because we know we don't need any type of trash like that on our team.
He had a number one running back one time. Number one running back let him slip through your fingers. That's facts. That's factual.
Yeah, he was the number one at one time, but is that because of the running back or because of the team he was on?
I don't care. He was number one running back in the NFL at one season, and they let him slip through his fingers. That's factual. That's all.
I would have to look at the guy that came after him if he did the same numbers.
That was what you call it. They're gonna trade him too. They're not very loyal to their running backs. What's his name? Nzo?
But you already said it, Danny. I mean,
fella. What's his name?
After Le'Veon Bell was
I had D'Angelo Williams too, didn't you? At one time.
It's a one syllable name. God, I can't think of his name. He was pretty decent. And then
he didn't put up Bell numbers.
No, he didn't put Bell.
I think that was just a perfect match. That O-line and Le'Veon Bell.
It was his style too. He would get the ball, the line would set and start the hole, and he would stop for just like that split half second.
Very patient.
And then pop through that hole. But the problem is I think people figured that out. And that, again, you can have a style of running back that the first year they come out or the first year, that you see it, you don't know how to handle it. And then as time goes on, people are going to figure it out.
If you're great, you're great. I mean, people can figure. I mean, I get that every team got thousands and thousands of hours on these quarterbacks. And if you're great, you do. I mean, you may stop them a game or two, but you ain't going to stop them over the whole season. It just ain't happen. And I'm going to say, I'm going to go to clip. Mike Tomlin is a good coach. I give him a lot of slack, but he's a good coach. If it were me, and I was really trying to get to the Super Bowl, I would have made it work some kind of way with Le'Veon Bell and other knucklehead, the wide receiver. I can't think it is because it seemed like after they left,
Antonio Brown.
They have not been quite able to reach that promised land again.
Yeah,
I would have done something. I don't know what it was. I went and have a man-to-man talk and say, hey, look, all this clown stuff that's going on, we got to stop it because it's all about winning. Yeah, I got winning seasons. Yeah, I'm going to be a Hall of Fame coach. Yeah, I'm only the third coach this organization ever had, but I want to win. So if y'all on that same page, let's go ahead and do it. That's what I would have done. Now, they would have done something, and I'm not saying he didn't try that, but they had the perfect mix at one time to be a dynasty in this age. But it's still.
But I'll say this.
Go ahead.
I'll say this because you said you would have had that conversation. I believe he did, but look what happened to Antonio Brown when he went with Tom Brady. So it had nothing to do with him having that talk with him because Antonio Brown was just toxic right away. So he wouldn't have changed anyways.
Well,
maybe Bell might have worked, but Brown, no.
Antonio Brown was
But
lost.
Bell had the same problem here and in Jets.
I think Bell wanted at the particular time. He wanted more money, but like all these people do. My numbers say I'm the best, so I want to be paid the highest. It just didn't happen for him, and I don't blame Mike Tomlin. I don't blame him. I just say that to give Nzo a hard time, but I just want to try and go above and beyond, to try and keep that team together at least for another year or two. Sometimes you can't do it. Maybe he did try it and didn't make it, but I would have tried and kept them together because that was a potent 1-2 punch, but.
Well, you see, but you already said it earlier when we were just talking about McCaffrey. Running backs are maybe not good running backs, but running backs are a dime a dozen. And like Kansas City, they don't really hold. We don't really hold on to running backs very long. We use them for what they are, and then we're on to the next one. And you can find somebody that'll do the job, run him ragged for 2-3 seasons, and you're on to the next one. And that's what a lot of teams do.
I didn't make the statement that running backs are a dime and a dozen.
No. I don't mean. I did not say. I'm not saying you said that. What I'm saying is, you brought up their lifespan, which is
10 years. 10 years.
Well, it depends on the running back, and it also depends on the amount of carries. Some teams get 3 good seasons out of them because they give the ball, and then by that time, that guy is starting to lose tank in the gas, lose gas in the tank, and then you move on, and you're like, let's find the next guy. I mean, I'm just saying, and I think Bell, because he played that I want more money game, he kind of got out of sync with what he was doing, and he, I don't know. I mean, but
the reason I say 10 years because the commentators and most people I listen to on these sports shows say after a running back has reached the age of 30, he's not going to get a max contract. So from age 21, 20, whatever they come in to 30, that's when they got to get their numbers and get that max contract, like Ezekiel did. Once he got his max contract, he laid down. So I'm saying for that window, 30 is the ceiling. If they don't get that max contract before age 30, they're not going to get it. That's what the 10 keep coming up. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else before we go to the next topic?
Yeah, I think now, well, I don't know about now, but I know it was a couple years ago everyone's doing that dual running back threat thing, right? And I think that prolonged a lot of these running backs' careers.
Yep.
I don't think we're at a time now where you can have just one running back.
You got to have 2.
You got to have 2. You have to utilize both of them.
And the reason why I keep harping on San Fran, listen what they got. They got Deebo Samuels, McCaffrey, Achio, I think he pronounced his name.
Ayuk.
Ayuk. They got Kittle. They got 4 potential Hall of Famers on their team. There is no reason with that much talent offensively that somebody should be getting hurt unless it's just some freak accident because they can spread the ball. You got two. They got a number 1, number 2 receiver in Deebo and Ayuk. They got a number 1 tight end in Kittle, and arguably the best running back in the NFL. So I agree with what JG said. I blame the coach, Shanahan. I don't know what he's doing, but he need to do something else because there's no reason why they should be not putting their foot or giving Kansas City all they can handle.
I think that Shanahan got them as far as he could. And somebody else can just come in and actually utilize all the talent they have. Personal opinion.
Could be.
Or maybe get an offensive coordinator in there that can. So I think he's the offensive coordinator and the head coach, I believe.
I'm not
sure. Right. So.
Okay. Anything, Roberto? Are you last thoughts?
I'm good. Well, I was gonna say McCaffrey ain't the biggest guy either. I don't know if somebody could prove me wrong. And he wants to play that power running back kind of thing, breaking tackles. I'm sure he's playing injured a lot of the times because when this
just-
guy's game is on, it's like it's not fair.
Yeah. Just cut here. Kittle hamstring injury will not be playing. Oh.
Yeah, I told you.
You don't have Kittle?
Okay. You're one of my other fantasy leagues.
Oh.
Yeah,
But
he's
wanna-
McCaffrey's 5'11", 210.
Yeah, I don't want to turn this into the San Francisco 49ers show, but I don't understand. I don't understand that coach. I don't understand that coach. Drives me crazy. But anyway, next topic is Jets. Stephen A. said on a recent show on First Take that they're going to the Super Bowl. Shannon Sharp wasn't having it. So I'm going to play some of that clip, and then we'll talk about it after we're on watch.
What we doing? Now, notice we didn't ask this after the Monday night butt kicking 49ers put on them.
Obviously.
Now you go beat the New England Patriots. Really?
Right.
You beat the Patriots. And we don't think, no one thought the Patriots were world beaters. Aaron Rodgers played unbelievable. Yes, the Jets defense got after Jacoby Brissett. They ended up bringing in Drake May. But let's not do this. Let's not overreact. I don't think anybody thinks the Patriots are going anywhere. But given what I saw from Aaron Rodgers, he was able to move. I didn't like the game plan the Patriots had because they forced Aaron Rodgers out the pocket. Do you realize how great he is on the move, throwing the football, Stephen A? He's one of the historically great quarterbacks in all of football, spinning the ball outside of the pocket. But with what you asked me, Molly, I believe they can make it to the playoffs. It's all going to be about matchups, about how far they can go. Let's just see, because we saw when they played a competent offense in the 49ers, what their defense looked like. Has Stephen A. coming out here talking about, well, I thought that defense was going to be better shape. I'm going to be honest with you. And now they don't
Coaches on the hot seat,
Yeah.
ready to fire the whole staff.
Exactly. So I will say this. They have an opportunity. I believe they can make the playoffs. Some people believe they can win the division because the Buffalo is short-handed, and two is on IR for the next 4 weeks at men. So with that being said, I'm going to say they can make the playoffs, and according to who the matchup is, will determine how far they can go in the playoffs.
Well, let me tell you something, man. I don't agree with you at all, Shay. I don't agree with you at all. You know, I'm going to tell you right now, Aaron Rodgers is the best man. And the man showed up last night. So that's where the question really, really evolved.
I'm not just an expert on eye care savings.
Oh.
I'm an expert in looking good.
Oh, I hate that.
Florence by Mills frames created by Millie Bobby Brown, only at America's Best.
Oh, you make me sick.
Get 2 pairs of Florence by Mills frames for $119.95, exclusively at America's Best.
If he looks like that, what does it do for the New York Jets? And I think it makes them a Super Bowl contender. That's what I think.
Oh, my goodness.
Excuse me.
Whoa, wait. Can we pump the brakes a little bit?
Can I finish my point?
Yeah, what is in that? Is that some of your cognac?
I don't recall interrupting nobody. I don't recall interrupting anybody. I let y'all speak. Here's the deal, okay?
Blasphemy.
Here's the deal. It's not blasphemy, damn it.
Super Bowl?
We're talking about Aaron Rodgers.
It was the
We're talking about Aaron Rodgers, okay? That's what we're talking about here, okay?
Not Tom Brady's Patriots.
We understand when you look at the New York Jets, it's the New England Patriots. Your offensive line was backed up. You sacked the quarterback 7 times.
Yes.
Jacoby Brissett 5 times. Drake made 2 times.
Okay. Now, I am an Aaron Rodgers fan, but ain't no way I'm going to sit here on this show after seeing just 2 sample sizes of the season and say that the Jets going to the Super Bowl. I'm going to have to see a whole lot more. Would I like to see them go and see Aaron get his second before he retire? Most definitely. I don't think it's going to happen. Your thoughts? Anybody want to
Well, let's see here. San Francisco was at full strength, and they beat them. Who did they play last week?
They played the Patriots and
yeah, they played last week was
the first week they lost. I think they played the Green Bay, didn't they? Didn't they play Green Bay?
Yes. Wait, no. Was it Green Bay?
No, it wasn't Green Bay. Let me look.
Or was it Baltimore? No. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, so they're are they 2-1 now, right? Because they won 2 in a row?
Yeah.
Yeah. So last week, and I can't remember who they played, it just felt like, I don't know, it felt like a slow game. It felt like
They played the 49ers and lost.
Yeah. But see, so they played the 49ers and they pulled.
No, last week they played the Titans.
Thank you. Okay, so they played the Titans.
last week.
So the Titans aren't really all that. I think they got a decent defense, so maybe that's why it was a little slower of a game. But I still think after what happened with San Francisco, they pulled they pulled Rodgers out and they put in the backup, which was probably smart because they weren't coming back. But against the Titans, it still felt like he's getting it back into the groove. This past week against the Patriots, he looked a little more comfortable. Like they said, it was a bad game plan that they kept on pushing him out of the pocket, which, again, yes, that for him, that's where he wants to be. That's his game. But I still don't think I'm seeing Aaron Rodgers at full strength. I still think he's like not totally bought in that he's recovered. I mean, he is. It's obvious, but I think that there's still lingering. Hey, I played 4 snaps last year and it was over. So he's still kind of. I think
with the coach.
What?
Did you see he had some sort of pushing, like an issue?
Yeah,
with the coach?
yeah,
the
and
coach
so
tried to hug him and he pushed him away. Yeah.
I don't know exactly what's going on there, but I don't get Super Bowl from this Jets team. Playoffs, possibly, but I don't feel Super Bowl from this team.
So first off, I don't even know why I took New England last week. I no idea why I took New England.
Right there with
I know why.
I
know why you did it.
Why, Danny? Why did I do it?
Because you're trying to outsmart us and be slick, and it backfired.
Yeah, I thought I would get a good win, easy win there, you know.
Yeah, but I don't get Super Bowl. Maybe
I'm gonna tell you what I get right now. I get wild card.
Yeah, I'm thinking like 5th seed, wild card, something like that. I don't think, no matter what anybody wants to say about Buffalo, I mean, I think Buffalo's going to figure it out. I mean, they're doing fine right now. I'm just thinking that after watching, even before Tua was out, Buffalo was in command of that game. So I don't think Buffalo is going to be a pushover still. So I'm not sure. I think Jets are more, like you said, a wild card team. But, man, calling them contenders for sure, which I guess any playoff team can be a contender for the Super Bowl, because once you make it there, that's what you're playing for. But I don't think they are a major contender for the Super Bowl. I think this year they might get to the playoffs, maybe win a game, and then lose. Maybe next year, if they build that team up a little more, they might have something. But it's the Jets. I still have a feeling they're going to find a way to screw it up. That's just how the Jets seem to be.
It's way too early to be talking about that.
For sure.
I agree with you, Nzo. I agree.
Yeah.
Roberto, what you got, bro?
The Jets in the Super Bowl? I think not. We're week 2. That's surprising for someone who I actually thought knew something about the NFL. For Stephen A. to jump the gun just like that.
He just saying that because he love him. That's all, bro. That's heart. That ain't head.
Yeah, but I didn't hear him say that. Did he say the Knicks were going to win the NBA championship?
No. He ain't that stupid.
Okay, well, I would think the Knicks have a better chance than the Jets right now, to be honest.
I don't think so.
Preach, Roberto. Preach.
That's just my opinion. Because, the Jets, he's going to have to build a relationship with that receiver who they claim has a relationship in one game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
there's signs. There's signs like maybe if they had started like this last year and they're coming back this year, I would say, well, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I would put them up there because, people putting Houston up in there. They're putting other teams that I really would have mentioned, Detroit,
Mm-hmm. I think the other thing about this is I guess that when I watch the Jets, because they brought so much stuff over from Green Bay, and they're literally trying to transplant the Green Bay offense into New York. I don't see the Green Bay offense. I don't know. Again, there's just something that bothers me with the way that offense plays. It doesn't look bad. It just doesn't. It feels like it's working despite itself. It feels like there's something holding them back, and that they're working harder to get what they're getting than they should have to. If that makes any sense.
Listen, I'm with Danny. I would sooner say the Steelers have a better chance of making the Super Bowl than them.
Of course you would.
Yeah, 100%. But I think, but hold on. but hold on. I do think the Steelers have a lot of issues, though, right? They can't run the ball. That's why I got rid of Harris. They can't run the ball, right? And they played crappy teams that have crappy run defenses, and they still can't run the ball. Now you put that on there with the fact that they really don't have any wide receivers, they're going to be in trouble. They're going to be in trouble. They're still going to win the Super Bowl, but they're going to be in trouble.
If I had to guess right now, if I had to say it for my life, the 4 teams I think are the forerunners for going to the Super Bowl is Baltimore, Kansas City, Detroit,
and San
Francisco. Those are the 4. Anybody else is anybody's game. But if I had to say the 4 head runners or leading runners or whatever you want to call it, those are the 4 I would choose.
Yeah,
everybody else, it's a crapshoot.
I would say with Aaron Rodgers, I mean, look, week 1, they scored 19 points. Week 2 and 3, 24 points apiece against subpar teams. They ain't going to no Super Bowl. At least not right now. When I see them put up numbers against a really good team,
yes,
then okay, they got a chance. No wild card, maybe. Yeah. I don't even see him in a wild card right now, honestly.
Yeah, I think they make wild card, but if this was Aaron Rodgers 5 years ago, based on just his skill set, I would say, they got an outside chance. Mm-hmm. Correct me if I'm wrong. 2 or 3 years ago, he was MVP of the league, and I think he took him almost to the championship, but he lost to, I want to think, was it New England? He lost to somebody.
Something like that. Yeah, something like that.
So if this was him before the Achilles injury 4 or 5 years ago, I'd be like, don't count him out. But right now, he got age going against him, coming off a major injury, no chemistry with the team that I can see. So talent can only take you so far.
Yeah,
so I don't think he got it. I don't think at this point, going into week 3, I think it was a bad statement on Stephen A's part. I wouldn't have made that on national TV, but hey.
Yeah. I mean, he's a New Yorker, so, he's going to – anything to push those New York numbers, he's going to do it. But, the Jets coach, he's a defensive-minded coach. So, better need somebody that's a good offensive-minded guy to come in and to coordinate the offense for him to fit what Aaron Rodgers wants.
Yep.
But to be fair, these guys say whatever they think is going to get – a little reaction and people talking and watching their clips, right? I don't think he actually believes that crap, bro. Remember when they used to talk when Skip used to talk about how Tim Tebow was the next Brady?
Yeah.
He did.
So I don't think Stephen actually believes the crap he's saying. I think he's just saying it. Oh yeah, the Jets. Yeah. No. Sorry.
Yeah. Are y'all familiar with what's his name? Paul Feinenbaum?
Yeah.
No.
Paul Feinenbaum, he's the skinny white guy that be on First Take with the big ears.
Mm-hmm.
Wears the glasses.
Yep.
He does not care for Deion Sanders at all. And there was a recent video on First Take where Deion Sanders came out and he said that he was talking to the media. He's like, look, when do we start name calling and picking on the kids in college? We talk about their performances, but we don't get personal. He said, some of y'all media people are jealous because now they're making more money than y'all are. And then Paul Feinenbaum took offense to that. He was saying that Deion Sanders is gaslighting the media and that he shouldn't be held. He should be, if he want to make that statement, he should call names, specifics, because he don't know any media off the top of his head has been talking bad about these players. So Stephen A. Smith comes to his defense. And at one point, Paul Feinenbaum pretty much told Stephen A. when he goes back to his alma mater, he need to take back his degree for journalism because he don't know what he's talking about pretty much. So I'm going to play that because Stephen A. is getting disrespected a whole lot on his show by these guests. People, I don't understand it, but we'll watch the clip and we'll discuss it.
I think while you're looking for the clip, okay, go ahead.
Dang, he got some big ears.
Look, you could tell he's ready to fight. Look at his face. You know what I mean? Look at his face. He's already upset.
The same Paul Feinbaum that's come over the airwaves last year and this year. You were talking about how people were rooting for him to fail. So if they were rooting for him to fail, which is something that you conceded last year, right? Chances are that the level of venom, vitriol, criticism that's coming in his direction only intensified, right? So if he decides that there's some people out there that literally want me to fail and are willing to go after my kids in order to do it, can we summarily dismiss the notion that there are people out there that he believes are extra critical of his program and the players playing on this program? We can't do that, Paul. We can't do that.
Listen, first of all, I'm not on trial here. Deion Sanders is the person we're reacting to. And Stephen A., when you go to your alma mater on Friday, you might want to take your degree back, because I don't know where I've always had great respect for you as a journalist, and I still do, but you're going to some unbelievable lengths, breaking your back, trying to make a case for Deion Sanders, who just threw that out there without a single specific. And Doggy, you know what I'm talking about here. And he knew that there would be people that would give him the benefit of the doubt, but he does not deserve the benefit of the doubt here.
Because he's an amateur. Remember that, guys? Now his hands on. Go at him any kind of way you want. They're making more money than me, and I'm mad about it. I'm upset about it. And when you attack them, these guys are sensitive. They've never been attacked. Most of them are out of high school or 2 years or 3 years in college, but they're still sensitive to slander. They hadn't gone through what I've been going through with y'all for years. They haven't done that. So it is what it is. I know you're going to do your job and what you must do, but your job does not say attack. Like, if they didn't play well, leave it at that. But the personal stuff, leave it to be personal, because if we start flipping the script on y'all, you wouldn't like it. I get easy. Thank you, Lord, for stopping me there. Ooh, that was almost a good one. That would have went viral.
Now, I will say, I'm a Deion Sanders fan. Even though he played for Dallas Cowboys, I still like Deion Sanders. I think he's the greatest cornerback in NFL history, in my opinion. But I think sometimes Deion writes checks that his team can't cash. And sometimes he talks more instead of just being quiet and play the game. And sometimes he brings unnecessary criticism to his organization. That case in point, the first 2 games when he came in, he was like, "Do you believe? Do you believe? Do you believe?" Yeah, like you were on top, but then you laid an egg when you lost the last 7 games of the season last year. So I just think that he knew he bet on himself, which I have no problem with. You bet on yourself. He went to Colorado, which was in the middle of nowhere, no kind of football infrastructure put in place. He had to bring everybody there. The NIL helped him a whole lot. And then he showcased his son, which if I was a daddy in the same position, I'd be doing the same thing, trying to get my son the best possible situation I can. But unless you go out there and do that recruiting like he said he is, and you get these top blue chip players, you're going to always be on the short end of the stick. So I just think until I get to that particular place where I'm winning consistently, I would coach more and talk less.
So I kind of agree with you, Danny, but I'll say this, and I think we've all pretty much followed a lot of. I stopped following after all the drama, but when the drama was going on, I gotta talk with the white guy. I don't remember them ever dissing the kids. I always remember it going towards Deion Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
Now maybe I missed something, but I've never seen them disrespecting the kids. So it seems like Deion Sanders is just trying to, put this narrative out there that's not really a narrative, because they've always criticized him. You know what I mean? Now some of the criticisms were stupid. Oh, why does he have his shades on in the press conference and stuff like that?
Take your tail off in the building and all that kind of crazy
stuff.
stuff.
Yeah. So exactly. All of that stupid talking points and stuff like that, just to try and discredit him. But I don't ever remember them going after the kids. So I think he's right for going at Stephen A like that. Like, give me proof of that.
Yeah.
Don't just say it. Give me proof.
I don't have a problem going up to Stephen A, but I got a problem him saying maybe we need to take back your degree. You kind of crossed over the line. You on my show, the number one show on ESPN. You ain't gonna talk to me any kind of way. Now, if we off the screen, we off the camera, that's fine. You're gonna come on my show, which I invited you, and I'm uplifting your show, your podcast. You're gonna say it because you don't agree with me. I need to go take back my degree because you don't agree with me, and I'm defending my friend. How many other commentators have not defended their friend? And I listened to Dreamers, and he made a good Dreamers Pro, very good point. Case in point is Charles Barkley and Michael Jordan. They were best of friends for years. Charles Barkley said something that pissed off Michael Jordan, and I'm not saying this right because if it was my friend, I would try and fix it. Michael Jordan, time he go to the extreme with some of these grudges he hold on and stuff. But I think Stephen A. and some other people say that, hey, look, if you're going to say something that could be portrayed or perceived as negative, you might want to give your boys heads up. Like me and Nzo do. If you're going to go against something we say, somebody said, like shots fired or whatever, hey, Dan, I'm going to say this, and this. Okay. He should. I would have given Jordan that courtesy because everybody know how Jordan is. He take any little thing and he'll magnify it 2 million times to motivate himself. I hate to see that because I think they were good friends, and I don't think that's worth the friendship. But all I'm saying is that Stephen A can't come on national TV and just totally destroy his friends because at the end of the day, he got to have relationships. He got to have ways into that locker room, ways into that campus or whatever. And you just can't come. There's a way you can say what you want to say, but don't be so nasty about it.
Okay, but that's the problem though. I don't think Charles Barkley was ever really nasty when he said anything about Jordan.
He wasn't.
He was
That's
just
Michael Jordan character.
Yeah, right. So my point is, should I have to watch my tongue because you can't take criticism? This is my job. I gotta criticize. I gotta say certain things. You know what I mean? Like I gotta be honest, and if that means I gotta say some bad things that you may not like I'm not disrespecting you, but at the same time, you're not perfect.
Yeah. All I'm saying is that if the topic gonna be Danny, I would say I would appreciate it if Anzo would say, hey, the topic gonna be about you, Danny, and I'm gonna go kind of hard at you. I can expect that. I'll be expecting that. It coming in. I don't know where it's coming from. And I'm getting a text from Chris Roberto. Hey, man, Anzo said I'm like, what?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
That makes sense. No, I agree with that. Because we've
done
that.
He'll be back on the show.
Say again.
You think he'll be back on the show?
Paul Winnenbaum? He might. Yeah. I wouldn't have him on there. I done seen plenty of them there that done went off on Stephen A. and they ain't back on the show. The McNunn girl, McNutt lady, she went off on him, and she pretty much called him out on another video. I don't know if you're gonna cover today, but she pretty much said that before Caitlin Clark, they very seldom talked about the WNA on his team, and he was pissed off about that. And I don't recall seeing her back on the show.
No, I don't remember.
He looks like he
I
could
don't
watch
watch
this.
Oh, Stephen A. 100%.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean? 100%.
He had a big thing between what's the white guy that wear the t-shirts all the time? Pat McAfee.
Yeah.
I
mean, Stephen A. got to it. You see Pat McAfee ain't on the show no more. I think him and what's the one that everybody liked that replaced Skip?
Max Kellerman.
He see him back on the more. So hey.
And he's still going on things talking about Max Kellerman. It's like, bro, like you just killed the man's career, right? Because I just seen an interview the other day where they asked him about the Max Kellerman, and he said, "Oh well, the chemistry wasn't good," and he's like, "That's Max's fault." I'm like, bro,
when those two were together, that's what drawed me to that show. Sorry to cut you off, Anzo. When those two were together, that's what drawed me to that show. And then I was like, yo, what happened to Kellerman? What happened?
Steve didn't like him.
And to say that, okay, so me and Danny are doing a show, and to say, well, there's no chemistry, but it's Danny's fault? No, it's two of us, right? If there's no chemistry, I'm to blame for that too. It's not just Danny. You know what I mean?
Well, it's not necessarily anybody's fault. It's just that the two of you don't work together well, or it doesn't work well with the two
I
of you.
thought they worked very well together.
Well, and that's the thing.
I
Somebody
would say
says
too.
something and it doesn't necessarily work out.
If you listen to Stephen A., he would always kind of chastise Max on the air.
I thought that was part of the show.
Stephen A. didn't like the fact that Max was smarter than him.
Mm-hmm.
Usually when you listen to Stephen A., when he's talking to other people, he sounds more intelligent, more articulate. But Max is throwing some words and putting some stuff together and facts and stuff. And Stephen A., I don't think he liked it. And that's just for me on the outside looking in.
No, I agree. And I think oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Then the cherry on the top when T.O. said that Max is blacker than he was.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it.
Did he say that?
National TV.
Live on TV, yep.
Hey, Danny,
you know what?
Yes, sir.
He was right.
Yeah, I'll be right. I'll be back here in a minute. Okay. I gotta drop out. All right,
he could have been traded on that Saturday Night Live skit.
When he said that, that's when Stephen A. started hating Max.
And a lot of people actually agreed with T.O. on that point, right? Because a lot of the times when there were some issues, like black issues, Max Kellerman took the approach that people thought Stephen A. would take. And it was Max that would take that.
It was during Kaepernick time.
Yes. So that's an issue, right? And Stephen A. did not like that at all, right?
No.
So,
and then Kellerman had a show coming on right after Stephen Smith that I used to watch. I think it was.
Yeah, when they got rid of him, he went with Keyshawn Johnson and.
But he had his own show.
Yeah, Keyshawn, I thought was a problem with that show.
That show disappeared, and it was part of ESPN too.
I don't like Keyshawn.
Oh, snapping turtle Keyshawn, I can't stand that dude.
You know what makes me really agitate with him? He makes all those millions of dollars. He come on Undisputed with a tie.
Know where you going?
A shirt tight, and ain't even tucking his pants and sneakers, no socks. I'm like, bro, you on national TV. Everybody get on a suit and tie, and you coming in here looking like that. Boy, that used to drive me crazy. I did a couple of videos about that.
Yeah, I know. The thing with Stephen A., when he was there with Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless was the one people hated. Stephen A. was the one everybody liked, right? You see Max Kellerman, people really started to like Max Kellerman more.
Yes.
Now you look at Shannon, people love Shannon, right? So it seems that if it's somebody that people like more than him, he starts taking issues.
Well,
and
you can't bring somebody in on the rise because they could rise right over you.
He ain't gonna get Shannon Sharp money.
Oh, Shannon's too big.
Shannon's on the rise, man.
Yeah, he can't get rid of him.
When Shannon make a sex movie and still got a job, boy, you know you're on a different level. I thought ESPN was gonna get rid of him. I was like, yeah, he does.
But that was Skip's mistake. Skip should have did whatever he could to fix that relationship with Shannon and still have a show. But no, he was too. You see, and it's all about ego, right? Because it seemed like he had the same type of ego that Stephen A. does. Oh no, these guys are liking him more than me. Nope, got to get him off the show. And that's what they did. And they got him off the show, and now Skip don't have a show anymore. So. And First Take started thriving.
You don't think Skip had something to do with it too, though?
Oh, Skip always set in his ways, man. It's just it's no changing with Skip. He's going to be that.
Because that shit he did to Shannon was the most foul thing I saw on TV.
Yeah, it was extremely disrespectful.
That's something that should have been backstage, and even that is like low.
Yeah,
what Skip did. If they were on the street, I believe Shannon would have just.
Oh yeah,
you'll be over.
If Shannon
only got to put his glasses back on.
Yeah,
like.
If Shannon would have done what we all want him to do, he wouldn't have had a job right now.
You know that. I think that was maybe his plot. Let me push those buttons, let him ruin his career.
Because anytime you say something about Tom Brady, Skip.
That was too far, though, JG. That was way too far.
It's not that serious.
You're insulting the man's career. Not only did he have a stellar career, he's in the Hall of Fame. That's something you can't really swear. You can't really question that. That's something earned, and you have to respect it.
Right.
And he earned it. He didn't get in there by fluke, huh?
Yeah, no, people act like it's easy to get into the Hall of Fame. It's not. You know what I mean? That's why not everybody does it. So the fact that he's in there, you got to give it not only that championship, you know, like he's done his dues. He may not be Tom Brady, right? But who is? You know what I mean?
Tom
Like who
Brady.
really is? Exactly. So you can't discredit a man's career because he's not as good as someone people consider the best in the game. Are you kidding me?
So
No.
basically, only Tom Brady should be in the Hall of Fame. Nobody else.
Yeah, it seems that
Because
way.
no one's accomplishments come close to his, so you're not worthy. That's basically what he's saying.
Yep, I agree.
But back to the Dion thing. I mean, it's like Nzo said. I don't remember any person in any real journalist personally going at Dion or his, I guess, son or whatever you want to say. I think it was more
Weren't they in the
so.
beginning?
Eh,
Because they're
I think
saying a
they
lot
went
of
I
other
after.
think it was
coaches
more so.
deserved.
I think
I
that
think it
it
was
was
more.
more on Dion than the kids.
Yeah,
Yeah,
on Dion. That's what I meant.
Yeah,
yeah,
Like
on
they were
Dion.
on
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Dion from the
But he's
moment
talking
he
about the
got into
kids and the
coaching.
players. It's like,
yeah.
dude, if one of your players has a bad game, the journalists are going to say something about it, right? But
Hmm.
personal attacks is when you sign that contract, you go play for that school, and you have a character like Dion, because I mean he's been talking since Florida State, right? He's never shut his mouth. Um, the camera's going to be on you. It's going to happen. And I think it was more so, especially with college football, it's always about recruiting, right? His recruiting practices were out of the norm, right? It was like, oh, I'm gonna bring Dwayne Johnson here. I'm bringing these our music artists here. Everybody's gonna come to Colorado, and anytime a player another coach wants goes to Colorado or any other school, rival school, there's gonna be some backlash about that, right? For instance, go to basketball, Penny Hardaway. Wiseman. The only reason why Wiseman got in trouble because Wiseman to go to school that another coach wanted, and so they started snitching. That's typically what happens. But
Yeah.
as far as hey, you need to go back to your alma mater and take a degree back. Yee, yo, like
Yeah,
Shannon, that's on. If we're on the street, that's some fighting words right
yeah,
there.
that's fighting words there, bro. Yeah, I agree. All right. Now we're gonna see here in this clip because we all know prior to Skip leaving Undisputed or being fired, whatever the case may be, he was a super Tom Brady fan. Well, check this out right here. What he's saying now about Tom Brady since Tom Brady is no longer playing.
And remember, whenever you support your sponsor, supporting the channel. Look here at what this article has today. It says after portraying himself as Tom Brady for decades on TV, Skip Bayless doesn't appear to be a fan of Tom Brady, the broadcaster. Brady is 2 weeks into his tenure a contract with Fox to be their lead NFL analyst, but Bayless has seen enough to claim he'll never be the next sixth-round broadcaster. He continues on. Analyzing games on the fly on live network television, Tom so far is just another sixth-round draft pick. And I'm not sure he'll get a whole lot better, Miller said on his podcast. Miller spent Sunday afternoon listening to Tom Brady for an entire broadcast on Fox, followed by a full game with Tony Romo on CBS. While Romo may have lost some of his luster with fans in recent seasons, Miller walked away from the
Modern life with assortment layers. But these now
from his TV, much more impressed with former Dallas Cowboys quarterback than he was with Brady. He then says, I was stunned at how much more X and O insight and enlightenment from Tony Romo provided instantaneously than Captain Obvious Brady did. Bayless granted. This is something I'd say I have a pretty good feel for because over the last 20 years, I've worked with hundreds of ex-star athletes on live national television, testing their split-second ability to talk the game they played at such a high level. You would be shocked at how many just can't. They just play. Romo, the undrafted free agent, played with his mind. it's possible that Tom Brady, the most accurate passer I ever saw, played with feel and instinct that are extremely difficult to verbalize and explain on the fly. And then the article then goes on to say if you
See, this right here what makes me agitated with Skip Bayless. He had like on the show that Tom Brady was the best thing ever since sliced bread. He's played all these years. He criticized Shannon Sharp, who's in the Hall of Fame, won 3 Super Bowls, yada yada yada. But this is only week 2. Week 2 of Tom Brady being a commentator. He already says he's no better than a 6th round pick for commentator. I think there's a such thing as a learning curve. So this right here makes me realize now more than ever that Skip Bayless just says things for hot takes and to get reactions, and that I don't think he's loyal to anybody but himself.
I was going to say the same thing. He sounds like one of those. I don't know. There was a term that Nzo had for them on YouTube, like a hater, just creating a hate. A what?
Grifter,
yes.
Hater.
Yeah. Like that's when you talk stupidness like that, and you know people are watching. I don't know if you're testing to see how many stupid people there are out there, but the logical people are going to see you right through you, and you're a hypocrite.
But you know what? To be honest with you, though, I don't think, and I say this about even like maybe Shannon, not Shannon, Skip, Stephen A. I think they're all grifters. They all say things for clicks. They all know that certain things that they're gonna say is gonna get views on the channel if they say some stupidness, and I think they all do it. I don't think any of them are actually authentic with what they think or feel.
You're right. I just think some might do it a little more than others.
Oh, 100%.
I just give you one. I think now 2. I think you ever watch the show The Odd Couple, Alonzo?
Mm-hmm. With who?
Rob Parker and Chris Broussard.
And Chris Broussard, yeah.
Rob Parker don't care. he don't care. Chris Broussard, I like him. He's more. He's quit the Odd Couple to go more into his men's ministry. He's big time Christian. But Rob Parker, he don't care. He calls it, to my opinion, he calls it like he sees it. So I think there are a few out there that does it. Not many, but Skip, I thought he would never say anything bad about. Well, I will say in his defense, he did say Michael Jordan is the worst GM of all time. So I will give him that. But it ain't too many times I never heard him say anything bad about Tom Brady. And not give him a fair shake. Tom Brady may not be the best commentator. I don't think he is. I don't think he's better than Tony Romo at this particular point, but there's always room for improvement. And it's only week 2, so he's going through a learning curve. And I will agree with what he said. It's a lot more time. I mean, it's a lot easier to have a feel for the game and to go on instinct than to verbalize that. So I think once he's studied and verbalized and stuff, because I don't see Tom Brady as being a dummy. He seems highly intelligent, able to read those defenses and do all that stuff that he did at such a high level. So I just say he ain't had enough time. The same way we can't predict a Super Bowl team right now, currently after week 2, we can't say after week 2 that he's going to be a crappy commentator.
I agree. 100%.
2
days or 2 weeks into doing this for your first time ever, and you want to say, oh, well, he's going to be crappy. Why? Because he's not good at the beginning? Like, not everybody's going to be good right away. They have to take their time, and they have to work on their craft. You know what I mean? He'll get better.
I mean, when you think about it, like, everyone can be a what's the guy who's played for the Steelers? Bradshaw, right? Everybody can't be Bradshaw commentating, right? Everybody can't be Strahan broadcasting, right? It's just almost like, when people start on YouTube, right? You see when they start out, and then when they get like a couple of videos under their belt, and all of a sudden they get better and better. You gotta give people time.
If you go back and look at all our videos, JG, well, I know I ain't saying I'm the best, but I know my first videos were straight up heart garbage. I look at them now like, good Lord, what was I thinking?
Exactly. Like, it's almost like going from assistant coach to head coach, right? It's like, you got it. It's a learning curve, Your whole demeanor changes, your attitude changes, and he's just recently a former player. So to have to go up there and kind of, I won't say trash another player, but like kind of be negative towards them if they have a bad game or do something bad. It's they have to remember, and then you have to break that line between being a player and just a regular broadcaster commentator. That's something easy. It's not an easy thing to do.
Nope.
So you
I'm right
just
there.
not give him time.
I'm right there with G Major though. I don't like Rob Parker either. I don't like.
I like Rob Parker. That dude's funny.
I was about to comment on that. G Major, you my boy, but you are dead wrong. Rob Parker is not a clown. He is not.
He is funny. I like him.
You might be don't like him because he probably was talking junk about Detroit Pistons and Detroit Lions when they was crappy, and Detroit Pistons still are crappy. So that probably was good in your skin. But he's not a clown.
G Major, homie, don't listen to these guys. He is a clown, 100%. Chris Broussard has been carrying that show. You know what I mean? Rob Parker. I don't like him either.
I will say Chris Broussard is carrying first thing first. I can't stand it. Right.
That is true. Oh, Nick Wright. Oh, I can't stand it, dude.
Nick Wright.
Nick Wright
is a guy. If I could just
that's a
slap him in the
grifter,
face
buddy.
with one.
That's a grifter.
He's the worst. He is the worst out of all of them. I can't stand him.
Yeah. Anything else before we get to the next topic, people?
No.
Let me just
that's Roberto.
No, I'm good.
I'm going to show you how disrespectful Skip Bayless is. This is a clip I just pulled up, and this is a very short clip. Look how he talks about this professional now. That's going to be a potential Hall of Famer. He hasn't won a championship yet, but he's won an MVP. Look how he talks about this guy.
I'm going to tell you the tough truth about James Harden. He's just a loser. He's just the biggest loser. James Harden is a big game, late game choke artist of the highest order. James Harden has the basketball backbone, the playoff basketball backbone of a jellyfish. He's as gifted a perimeter scorer as this game has ever seen, certainly as I've ever seen. But trust me on this, James Harden is the last guy you want in your basketball foxhole. 3 times, as you well know, James Harden has quit his way out of an NBA city, out of Houston for Brooklyn, out of Brooklyn for Philly, out of Philly for Los Angeles and the Clippers. In that way, James Harden has become the face of everything that's wrong with today's NBA, who just make themselves impossible to root for. If he had redeemed himself in postseason after postseason, I'd shut up. You wouldn't hear a peep from me except how great he was in the clutch. I'm going to tell you the...
So can I say this?
Go ahead.
I don't detect any lies there. He is 100% correct.
I'm not saying lies, but I'm saying disrespect.
Yeah, I know, but
this man made it to the NBA. There's only 400-something people play at the NBA at one time. He was able to, and I'm not a James Harden fan. I can't believe I'm defending this clown. I don't like his game. Never liked this game. But bro, it's one thing to think something. It's totally another thing to verbalize it and to go in deep like he did. Deep. James Harden hadn't been relevant in the last 4 or 5 years. So why is he making this video now about something that's he just doing it for hot takes to try and build up his subs in his new channel because he got the Skip Bayless show.
He might be, but at the end of the day, right? Is it disrespectful if you're speaking facts about the man? Because
you could say it right. You could say it a whole lot better. You could say the biggest loser. He got a backbone of a jellyfish. Really?
Fact. Yeah, 100%. I agree with that 100%. I got no issue with that. Yeah, he has a backbone of a jellyfish, 100%.
Wow.
He's a choker. He's a choker in the playoffs, and he acts like he's the man all the time, and he hasn't won a Game 7 yet.
I wonder if he said that about Uncle Tomlin, would you be so energetic now?
That depends if you're speaking truth. If you sit here, call him Uncle Tomlin, disrespect him all the time. You don't hear me going after you.
Did I say Uncle Tomlin loud? God, that must be.
You did,
yeah, exactly.
Must be a Freudian slip.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. You don't hear me going after you, Danny.
Yeah, but I ain't Skip Graham. There ain't nothing but 7 people watching this. The whole world watches Skip Bayless.
I will say this. Like Nzo said, I agree with everything Skip Bayless said.
Wow.
There's a YouTuber, Ticket TV, calls them titties over titles for a reason. Right?
Wow.
That dude, all the talent in the world and does nothing with it. It makes no sense. Now,
I don't ever
to
want you
Danny's
to call me
credit,
a haterade.
as a journalist, maybe you shouldn't be so personal with it. Right? Like just us normal guys talking, yeah, we can be as personal as we want to, but Skip Bayless, yeah, you really, it's different, right? Like Harden can find you and they have a one-on-one behind the scenes with you.
All
Not
those
us.
things he said, he could have said much softer.
Nah, man,
it still come across.
I can't stand Harden, man. It's
the
just
backbone of jellyfish. I don't like him either.
Yeah, he made it sound personal. He's not talking BS because I don't like Harden either. I think his style of game ruined the game. But that he made that seem personal. I was gonna say, is there a take of Harden saying something about him?
Nope. There's a take. A lot of these boys want to go upside his head. Skip Bayless lucky he ain't been assaulted yet. All these name calls he be calling people, he got a name for everybody he don't like.
Yeah.
Man, but Skip's credit, he's been like this whole career. He's always been kind of personal. So I don't know how nobody called him outside yet.
All it take is one butt cutting. That's all it's gonna take.
Well, I think they don't do it because they know that's his character. You know what I mean? And they just brush him off. But at this point, like, yeah, whatever. And Skip now without his show, and even when he had Undisputed, it was always losing the first take, so he was kind of irrelevant. You know what I mean? Just another loudmouth dude talking crap. So, but yeah, I don't have an issue with that. Yeah, disrespect Harden. Say what you want to about Harden all the day, every day.
Don't you ever call me a hater ever again? If that comes to your mind, you say no.
I hope he goes after Kawhi Leonard like that too.
Wow,
100%.
All because he left San Antonio. Answer?
Yeah. Yes.
Wow.
Yes. 100%. Exactly. And look, he won a championship with Toronto, but after that, he's never been the same.
He's been hurt.
Yeah, he's always hurt. Always hurt. It's an excuse. Oh, I'm hurt. Stop playing then.
Wow. Okay. We're gonna go to Derrick Henry. He is driving me crazy because he's on my fantasy, and they're not utilizing him. What is his coaches doing? This was a clip on Get Up, and they were talking about how the Ravens is not using that. Last year, they needed a running back that was a closer and a finisher. In the past 2 games, they have not used him at all in the fourth quarter. I think it was a total of 3 times. You'll see the statistic here in this segment. They used him 3 times in the fourth quarter in the past 2 games. I don't understand that. I don't know what it is, but we'll play the clip and discuss it afterwards.
Hosted the Raiders, picking up in the fourth quarter. Ravens up 3. They had been up 10 before, and then Derrick Henry and the Wildcat gives them another 10-point
game over, right?
Game's got to be over against the Raiders.
This is Baltimore.
Not over.
Well, we got vintage Devontae Adams yesterday. I mean, that is good coverage, good throw by Gardner Minshew, but great contested catch. Like I said, great contested catch. Devontae Adams in the second half was a one-man problem for the Baltimore Ravens defense.
He had 9 catches, 110 yards.
So you might want to block him. Oh my gosh, he was the best player in football yesterday, amongst other guys.
Ravens had a couple of 3-and-outs. You won't see Derrick Henry in the highlight because they chose not to use him. In the meantime, Jacoby Myers then goes across the middle for a first down, and that would lead to this, a 38-yard field goal from Daniel Carlson, and so the Ravens fall after a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter. This was exactly what their problem was last year. All these games that they lost with the lead. So they go out and they get Derrick Henry. So in consecutive weeks, they bring him in for these fourth quarter carries. In the final 10 minutes of their 2 games, both losses, he has a combined...
Oh, wow. He has a combined... That's like you're watching a TV show, and right as the good part starts to come on, your wife says, hey, I need to talk to you. Turns off the TV.
What timing?
Three
You know?
carries. The Ravens went 3 and out after a 7-point lead, then 3 and out yesterday on the next drive when the game was tied. On those 6 plays, Henry touched the ball once. And on that once, by the way, he ran right through the defense for like a 5 or 6 yard power gain. Rex, I'm standing because I'm so frustrated with this. This was exactly why they got him.
Yeah, exactly. So why the hell is he only carrying it once in the last 6 plays? And here it is. Watch. Here's the play. Such a bad carry that, yeah, all right, I'm like, game's over. They're just going to give it to this big Haas, and it's over.
Okay, so
that's why you bring him in, man.
Right.
Raiders got no chance. Oh, we're going to fake it to him. Oh, go on the perimeter. How about we just ground and pound him straight ahead? Well, clearly, now they get the first in here. Oh, we got a false start. This dude's 290 pounds in the back. I don't care, running a 4.4 or whatever. And you brought him in. It's a great offseason pickup, man. Because I'm like, what do the Ravens need to do? Close out games in the fourth quarter. Yep. This guy's the best closer in the business, so give him the football. What? One time, Greeny.
Here's my push.
You know what it is?
I can't say nothing to fault Rex Smith. You went out and got one of the best running backs. Let me see what his age is before I start.
He's young. I know he's young.
How old is Derrick Henry? He's 30 years old.
Oh, I know he's that old.
So he got this is it.
Right.
Because he's not going to get a big contract if they don't use him. So like they intentionally look, we ain't gonna use him very sparingly because we don't want to pay this man. But this man gonna get you over the hump because Lamar Jackson cannot do it by himself. Like you said, I don't think he's 290 pounds, but he every bit of 250, 260. We're on a 4.5, 4.6. You 10 points in the lead in the last 10 minutes of the game, and you're not gonna put it in his hands in the last 2 games 3 times with a combined of 12 yards. That is piss poor coaching. So they deserve to lose.
You know
that's almost as nuts as what Seattle did.
Yeah, the goal line.
Yeah.
Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah, Marshawn Lynch.
Yep.
And you try a little flea flicker play.
Yep.
But
that was
you know what?
That was Pete Carroll because he didn't want Marshawn Lynch to get MVP of the game because he had an issue with Marshawn Lynch, and it cost him the Super Bowl. It cost him that team. It cost him the Legion of Boom. That's why Seattle has not been relevant since then. He caused that franchise a second opportunity to win the Super Bowl. That's all on the coach.
Well, I'm going to say this, Danny, because that you brought that up. I think they don't want Derrick Henry to be the star of the team, right? It's Lamar Jackson. They want him to be the star. They want him to close out the games. They want him to do the winning. And I think that's why they're not using Derrick Henry towards the end of the games. And
he already started. He got his max contract. He MVP.
No, I know.
I'm just saying that's a stupid I'm not saying for you, but if that's his reasoning thought process, to me that's very stupid because you need a 1-2 punch. And in today's NFL, you need a 1-2-3 punch. You got one of the best running backs, top 10 running backs statistically. You got the MVP quarterback. You got Eichley, and you got the best, arguably a top 5 tight end in what's his name? Can't think of his name. Andrews, bro. Y'all almost on par with San Francisco on paper, but now you're 0-2. And a lot of it, and it ain't there. You can't blame it on Derrick Henry. You can't even blame it. You can't even blame this on Jackson. It's the coach. Harbaugh needs to be. Somebody needs to check Harbaugh.
I would say when you look at the last 2 Super Bowls Ravens won, you had Trent Dilfer and Joe Flacco at quarterback. None of them were sexy quarterbacks. None like the first picks, no. But the key for them winning, a great defense and a good running game. You got Derrick Henry back there. You work him. Pardon one if I say you work him like a slave on the field. You work him all the way down there.
For Derrick Henry to be effective, man, he has to have a minimum 25 touches.
Exactly.
If you don't give him 25 touches, you're not going to win that game. I don't care what you say. I don't believe it.
So here's the question, though. Maybe they want to save him towards the end of the season, don't want to work him too hard and have him get injured.
You 0-2,
starting out at 0-2.
You 0-2.
Yeah, I know. I get it.
Statistically speaking, if they go 0-3, they're not going to the Super Bowl. I don't think a team ever started out 0-3 went to the Super Bowl. They better tighten up.
And it's always with a lead. And you would think that's the reason why they got him, to secure a lead at the end of a game, especially when the team has no more timeouts. That's even more insane. And you let him go all the way up the field, down the sideline. That's even more insane. Like it's almost sketched like a Kansas City game, you know? Like, they shouldn't win, but you know somehow, some way, something's going to happen. A flag's going to be thrown, and Kansas City wins.
It's the Raiders. If you don't utilize them, either Jackson or Henry got to go. You can't. I mean, either use both of them or only keep one, because it makes no sense.
I was going to talk about this at the beginning of the show. Like, I can't believe what I'm witnessing. Like, doesn't a running back make a quarterback better?
Yes.
You know what I mean? So what is the theory behind this? I don't understand. Like, you got him, I got Jackson. I said, okay, he's got him now, so he should be able to stand in the pocket a little more because they don't know if he's going to run or not. But they're doing the same plays like when he wasn't there.
You know what, bro? I will run Henry a lot, then start doing play action. It will kill every defense. Yep. You don't know where that ball's going to go.
If Jackson is not sharp, is not careful, he's going to end up like Russell Wilson. Because Russell Wilson used to run more instead of throwing and took them hits, and now he ain't himself now. He's not what he used to be. I think he's going to be Hall of Fame. I think his numbers, I ain't sure, I had to look him up. But I wish, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm going to say it. I wish that Russell Wilson went to Pittsburgh. He's about 4 or 5 years younger. That I would feel a lot more confident in saying that they get a chance to go into the Super Bowl. But like
before the accident,
yeah, they don't have a chance to go to the Super Bowl because they don't have a good running game, and I don't think they got. I don't know who the number one receiver is. I don't even know. Is it Harris? Maybe I'm not sure who the number one receiver is. So they definitely not going. But if it'd been Russell Wilson, the same respect I give for Aaron Rodgers, if he'd been 4 or 5 years younger going to the Jets, I get that same respect to Russell Wilson. If he was 4 or 5 years younger going to Pittsburgh, I feel a lot more confident saying Pittsburgh is a potential Super Bowl contender. But right now, as currently constructed, I don't think they're going.
I would say this: if Russ Wilson goes to Miami,
ooh.
That's a whole
Now I'm gonna tell you this: Tua is damaged goods. I don't care what nobody says.
He should retire. There's no doubt about it.
They say he's gonna be out for 4 games.
No, he's done.
He really should retire. That's his third.
I would definitely consider because he just can't take that pounding. He can't take it.
His third concussion in 2 years.
The thing I don't understand about that play. You're a quarterback. You know where the first line marker is, right? Yes, you want your team to get excited. Yes, you want to show your team you're into it. But yes, you're Tua. You took martial arts. You took all these different methods. You gained weight, lost weight, did all these things to avoid a collision. And where you had ample opportunity to take a knee and still get a first down, you want to go head first? I know, the game's 100 miles an hour. But when you play with an injury, it's always in the back of your mind. I've never played with a concussion or concussion issues, but I don't know. Like, he can't, the NFL should not allow him to come back because you can't have this man die on the field and then and this game is changed forever.
But not even like die on the field though, bro. Like his end of life, the quality for his end of life.
Yes, 100%,
bro.
100%.
It's not worth it, man.
For the Raiders coach to come out and say, on his time to talk, that I think he should retire. That's a man speaking the truth. That's not a man who's there for ratings and he's talking the truth because he's an ex-player. Concussions is something not to play with. You don't know. You don't know. 100%. That's roulette right there.
You see a lot of these boxers. I know it's a different game, but you see how they start talking towards the end of their career. They can barely talk a lot of times. It's like he's a 100%. young man. You have your whole life ahead of you. Save your money. Craft a football. Start working on that because I don't see him playing another 2-3 years with all these concussions.
No. It's not fair to the people watching. It's not fair to the Miami Dolphins, their fans. It's not fair to him and his family, especially.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean,
I
you
agree.
don't ever want to tell someone how to live their career and stuff like that. But his wife, his family definitely needs to have that talk with him. Look at Junior Seau. Look at Aaron Hernandez. Look at all these guys who's had diagnosed with CTE at the end of their careers and what happened to them. You know what I mean? Like you got to really take that into consideration. Chris Benoit, all these guys because of CTE. You know what I mean? Like that's the major cause of why they were in their depressions, why they did the stuff that they did.
Christian White was
All of
on
that.
steroids. That was wrong with him.
What's that?
So Christian White on steroids. He's foolish. Made him fool.
Yeah, steroids, but you got to remember his finishing move was the headbutt off the top rope. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That cranium was all damaged.
Yeah, 100%.
He's one of my favorite wrestlers of all time.
Me too.
Boy,
Even though you're protecting yourself.
Crippler. What was his name? Canadian Crippler, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Wolverine.
Yeah, I used to love Chris Benoit too as well. I thought he was a great wrestler.
I thought he was one of the best horsemen.
Yeah,
you see the neck on that guy?
Yeah.
No wonder he was crushing people with his forehead. This guy had a thigh for a neck.
One time I hate the horses when they had that old Mongo. I'm like, why in the world is he on the horse?
Yeah.
We were sorry.
And his
That's
skills,
when wrestling was wrestling. Sorry, Anzo.
Yeah, no problem. I was just saying, and his wrestling skills were like one of the best, like at the time, like him, Bret Hart, Owen Hart,
technically sound,
100%. But that jumping off the top rope, headbutt, and you know how many times he did that move? Not just a night, a day. I'm sorry, a week, right? Because wrestling, they doing house shows, so they're wrestling every day. Every time he's wrestling, he's finishing someone with that move. Of course, you're gonna have brain damage.
Yeah, I agree. Well,
you know, another person who I think's gonna, well, so far he's fine, but I think gonna have real issues. The older he gets, is Mick Foley. I think he's gonna have some serious issues down the line.
Probably has some right now.
Bang bang, bang bang, bang bang. You look all stupid now. I can't stand Cactus Jack.
I didn't like Cactus Jack either, but I got him.
Cactus Jack and that Dude Love. I hate
Dude. I can stand Dude Love.
But I got a lot of respect for him, though.
I hate that old Sacco, Mr. Sacco.
Mr. Sacco.
Stop it. Sacco is fire. Sacco and Rocco connection. Come on now.
Wow.
No, the one I hated the most was dude that little head. He would walk around the head all the time.
Oh, Al Snow?
I could not stand that dude. What does everybody want? Head.
Head.
But he had that finishing move though, boy. That snowplow. Boy, that wasn't legit.
Yeah.
But back to football, no, one guy I really think about is Steve Young. You know, the smart decision he did was say, you know what, I need to hang it up. So all the concussions he had, they weren't even tracking him then.
Yep.
And you know why he did that? Because people talked to him. His wife
Joe Montana. No, Joe Montana.
Yeah, Joe Montana told him, listen, bro, you did what you had to do. You know what I mean? Yep. Give it up. It's over. You know?
Yep.
Now that could be a reason why Tua doesn't want to quit, because he hasn't done anything in the National Football League. And I get it. You don't want to be known as that guy that quit. You know what I mean? Because you have like people, oh yeah, you quit, or whatever. You didn't, be a man, suck it up.
He's not on his rookie contract, is he?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Shoot, man. As long as I get me about 80 or 90 million, I'm good. You can live the rest of your life off of that, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
You're smart.
100%. That's why Andrew Luck quit when he did.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Andrew Luck seen that, he said, no, I want to have a good life at the end of my career. Yeah. And if I stay playing football.
Ryan Leaf did the same thing. Like, I'm done. He even had a press conference. He said, I'm done.
Yeah, so you got to read it right.
Bro, I would do the same thing. Get that big paycheck, play that year, and retire. I'm good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Roberto coming back. Also.
Oh, I didn't even know he knocked out. I'm sure he will. Hold on. Something like he lost his internet. So yeah, he'll be back soon.
Okay. All right. Last topic. This is, I guess, the game of the week. They're saying Ravens versus the Cowboys. Let's see what they said on First Take. We can talk about it.
They're at home. And coming off that humiliating loss that they have last week, you know, everybody wants to win the game, guys, and we know that whether you win by, but it was the fashion in which they lost. It's humiliating. The opening game.
Oh, we got your jersey.
Yeah. Oh, and it's so humiliating to be able to have the ball run down your throat the way Alvin Kamara and that Saints offensive line dominated the game. And they can ill afford because you got another team that's coming in there that can also run the football. And if you go back and study the Cowboys over the last 5-6 years, teams that have been able to go into Dallas and beat them have been able to run the football. Yeah. You look at Cleveland, you look at the Ravens many years ago, you look at Arizona, you look at Philly, you look at what transpired last week against the Saints. I think this game is of utmost of cataclysmic importance for the Cowboys and the fact Dak just got the largest contract in NFL history.
Well, I completely disagree with you. First of all, the Eagles losing didn't hurt things for the Cowboys. That helped. Secondly, I'm looking at the Ravens right now. You're 0-2. We've been talking about how tough the AFC conference is going to be this year.
The Bengals
You're
are 0-2.
I understand that. But you look at the Ravens, it's how you're losing as well. Play action, they're getting destroyed. You can do what you want to do against them in play action situations. Not that I think the Dallas Cowboys are going to be able to do that. We'll see. They're second in the league right now.
Danny,
with 173.
Roberto's in the back.
That's not impressive as well. And so I look at them and I say to myself, dating back to the AFC Championship game last year, Lamar Jackson has lost 3 straight starts for the first time in his career. You trying to tell me they could lose a 4th straight and it ain't that big of a deal? I think it's a very, very big deal. If you're Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys, you're in the NFC East. You ain't worried about the Commanders. You ain't worried about the Giants. All you got to worry about is Philadelphia Eagles, and they've got a bevy of problems. You're looking at the rest of the NFC conference. That's up for grabs itself. I think Dallas can easily recover from a loss like this rather than the Ravens being 0-3.
Yeah, I think I agree with Stephen A about the Ravens because Dallas, I understand the records are different in the division. They aren't as bad, but those teams aren't good. We actually believe the Bengals might be good. The Steelers look like they're pretty good. The Browns have talent. So that's a more competitive division, even though the record doesn't say so. And the truth about Dallas is they're the same. They're the same 12-4 or 12-6 team that they were 12-5 team that they were last year because the style of play is the same. They couldn't stop the run last year. They can't stop the run now. If they get out to a big lead and then they can rush the passer, they're going to be able to win a lot of games. The question, though, is that if the Ravens, they have big questions with what's wrong with that cornerback position. Nate Wiggins is injured. He's supposed to step in and be that corner. They haven't replaced Clowney in the pass rush. That defense is giving up more big plays than any Ravens defense that I can remember in recent history.
We got anti-Dallas chance.
Okay.
I cannot stand Molly.
I don't either. Molly, she messes up the flow of the conversation. Every doggone conversation. They don't check her. Oh, she gets on my nerves. Okay, the question is, I think it's supposed to be the game of the week, Ravens versus Dallas. I think Stephen A. and the other guy, I don't remember his name, saying that it's more important. No, it wasn't Ryan Clark. He was saying they think Dallas is a must-win for Dallas. No, must-win for the Ravens. Shannon Sharp says a must-win for Dallas. He thinks Dallas is going to win it. So who do you think is a must-win for? The Ravens are now 0-2. I think Dallas is 1-2.
I'm going to go with Dallas because Dallas is America's team.
Oh, my God.
So the Cowboys need to win this game.
I'm saying the Ravens because our division has gotten a little better. I won't lie, but just a sub 500, 600 winning percentage could win you our division. The division Baltimore's in, that ain't the case.
Nope. You just said they got themselves, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, and Cincinnati. So that's a tough division.
That's why Baltimore doesn't need to win, so we can eliminate.
Wow.
Right? And have the Steelers up on top.
I'm going to say the Ravens. Because like Danny said earlier, you go down 0-3, your championship window is closing very fast.
It is shut. I ain't nobody ever started off 0-3, went to the Super Bowl that I can recall.
So they definitely need this win.
And their schedule's only getting tougher after this game.
And Dallas is not good defending runners. And they got one of the best runners ever. Whether or not they're going to use them tomorrow or not, I don't know. But if they utilize Derrick Henry, they do not. Dallas is a good pass rushing team, but they're not good at stopping the run. You hear that, Dallas? I'm here in South Carolina, and I know that.
I hope they continue doing what they're doing with Derrick Henry. I don't want them using him at all.
No, I know you don't.
Continue to do what you're doing with him. Like, give. No, I don't even want Lamar running the ball. I want him to try and be a pocket passer, right? And just keep Derrick Henry on the shelf so that you guys don't get no damn fantasy points.
No, I need.
So Roberto's already starting this crap.
I need Derrick Henry to get at least 25 or 30 tomorrow.
Oh, hell no.
Yes.
Yeah, I just need them to just treat Henry, think about it, one more game, put it in effect next week, give Henry the ball 30 times.
Roberto, I need to hear you tomorrow. Come on.
You guys need to talk about it. It's not something that can happen immediate. It's a lot of pressure, all the media talking about it and stuff,
Are you playing Danny this week, Roberto?
Yes.
I am.
Oh, that's why. Okay, I got you. That's why I said I don't want them to do either. Cowboys the defense needs to step up, stop Lamar, stop Henry, and Dak Prescott needs to have a great game and score some points.
They ain't gonna stop both of them. One of them gonna get loose. I don't know who it is.
Well, I hope neither of them do.
He's too busy counting all his money. That's why he's throwing those interceptions.
Yep, I don't want Dallas to win nothing.
All
right, Jim. Huh?
I was just gonna say he's still getting fantasy points, so I'm good.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers got 25, and I put him on the bench. God, I don't know if I made a mistake or not.
No, you didn't make a mistake.
God, I don't know, man. I don't know if Stroud gonna get that. Okay, who you playing tomorrow? Play Minnesota. I don't know. That might be a long day. But
yeah, that might
we are at the part of the show where we make our picks, and Nzo calls them out, and we write them down. So right now, myself, Roberto, and Chris picked the Jets, and Nzo and JG picked the Patriots.
Who changed their mind on it? Was it Nzo?
No, Nzo went. He went Patriots first time.
Somebody said, you know what?
Nzo did that last week.
And somebody did it again this week. I was like, why would you do that? They must have watched NFL Live, and they were so bigging up New England's defense. And I was like, maybe I should make the switch too. And I said, nah. Always go with your first
When
gut.
he said it at first, I was like, Nzo up to something. I might need to go with him. But I'm glad I didn't jump on that. I'm glad I did not jump on that bus.
It was just a week. I happened to look. I said, you know what? Oh, I said, shit, I got to make my pick. Hold on. So I said, and I wanted to make it first before anybody else did. So I looked at the games. I said, oh, New England Jets. All right, New England. Boom. Just like that. And then I started watching the game, and I'm like, why the hell did I take New England?
I did the same thing.
Rodgers had to redeem himself.
Huh?
Rodgers had to redeem himself.
Yeah. But I'm like, why did I take New England? New England is garbage. Garbage.
I just think the Jets defense shut him down, man.
I think everybody went on New England because that first week who did they beat? They beat them pretty handily too. That's what people got to start drinking that Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
I think it was their win last
week. They beat the Bengals. They beat the Bengals.
Yeah.
First week, and everybody's like, "Oh, New England."
Yeah. I said, oh yeah. I looked at the week and I said, oh, Henry, he got some good points. All right, let me put him in this week because I need tight end. My tight end got injured, so I grabbed Henry. 0 freaking points. I'm like, my God. And I'm watching this game, and all I'm thinking is, why did I take New England? Why?
They almost beat Seattle last week too. So yeah, people were kind of feeling them, but nah.
Not only that, they're not even using Andrews. Andrews was top 3 tight end last year. I think he might have got thrown. Something's up with tight ends this year.
I think he's hurt.
Yeah, Kelsey got me 0 points, man. Zero.
Kelsey knows is wide open for Taylor Swift.
0.
You don't care nothing about no NFL now. I wouldn't be surprised if they win the Super Bowl this year. I guarantee you Kelsey retire.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Oh, look at his brother's having more fun than he is right now.
Yes, and you see them on commercials. They're on commercials all over the place around here now. I'm sick of seeing them.
Yeah.
How old is Travis Kelce?
Like 30
He's
something.
30. He's 34 years old. Yeah.
I didn't know he was that old. Okay.
Yeah,
He's about to retire.
Oh yeah, he's about to retire, bro.
Yeah, 100%. So first game we have is the Giants versus Cleveland. Danny.
Cleveland.
Roberto.
Cleveland.
JG.
Cleveland.
And I'm taking Cleveland as well. Next up, we have Philly versus New Orleans. Roberto.
And Dot.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I put that in the wrong one. Danny, who you taking?
I'm going New Orleans too.
All right, New Orleans. Roberto said New Orleans. In there. JG?
The fact that I'm the only one that's been praising the Saints since the beginning of the year. I'm going New Orleans.
Wow. Yeah, I'm going Philly. I think Philly's going to bounce back from what happened to that horrible game.
I shouldn't tell you this, but their number one receiver is hurt. He is not playing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Still
Okay. You've been warned.
I thought once you announce it on the show, it's set.
Well, the show's not over yet.
I know, but you announced the pick, so that's set.
No, that is not what I said. Okay. Nice try, Roberto. But I'm not changing.
I hear you. I'm just playing with you, man.
I know. I got you.
This rule thing was just a little too serious for a free thing. I was just playing with you guys.
Yeah, no, I'm not changing. That's good because if Philly wins, then that gives me a game. So
you got to take chances sometimes, and that's a good chance to take.
Yep.
But if I lose, kind of messed up. But it's all good.
I think right now you're in the bus. You're in the driver's seat because there'll be three of us losing.
Yeah, Brown.
Yeah.
If Brown was playing,
hold on.
I'm scared without Brown.
Chris sent me his picks. I don't want to go like oh well, Chris picked this unless you guys want to know.
I don't care. It's up to you guys.
What are we gonna do?
So Chris took Cleveland, and it's not in order, so that's why it's hard for me to get. He took. Wait a minute.
Philly versus New England.
Is it
Saints?
Okay, he took Houston. So let me just give his picks: Cleveland, Green Bay, Indiana, Houston, New Orleans, Pittsburgh, Tampa Bay, Las Vegas, Seattle, Baltimore, San Francisco. I guess he said AZ. I guess that's Arizona. KC, Buffalo, and Cincy. Those are Chris's picks.
All right. Okay.
All right. So next up we have Houston and Minnesota. JG.
Houston and Minnesota. Dang. Minnesota.
Danny.
Minnesota.
I'm going with Minnesota as well on this one. Roberto.
Houston.
See, Roberto, I want to take Houston too. I really do, but I think I'm gonna go with Minnesota.
Houston been playing teams a little too close.
Right now, Houston is one of the top 3 teams in the NFL. They're just showing the same stuff they were showing last year.
Next up is Denver versus Tampa Bay. I'm taking Tampa Bay. Roberto.
TB.
Danny.
Tampa.
JG.
Tampa.
Next up is Green Bay, Tennessee. Roberto.
Green Bay.
Danny.
Green Bay.
JG.
I'm going to go Tennessee on that one.
God, I hate going with JG because his picks are iffy, really iffy. I'm going with
this year's been an iffy year to start already, hasn't it?
If money was involved in this, my picks might be different, but it's not.
Next up is Chicago.
Who'd you go with?
Oh, me? I went with
Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Yeah, I took Tennessee. Wait, what? Yeah, Roberto and Danny took Green Bay. Me and JG took Tennessee.
Man, they 0-2.
I don't know who their quarterback. All I know is
I
he's
don't
made
either,
some
but
really
Jordan Love's not there,
stupid
so-
plays. Did you see the fumbles that this kid has caused last minute of games?
No.
No,
I got zero confidence in Tennessee, but
Tennessee is in trouble, man.
What's Tennessee's record? Hold on.
0-2. I just told you.
0-2.
Oh, Tennessee's on 2. Fuck. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go Green Bay on that one.
Okay, I'm sticking with it.
I'm gonna go with Green Bay on that one. Yeah, Tennessee is too iffy. All right, next up we got Chicago versus Indiana. I'm actually gonna take Chicago on this one. JG?
Indianapolis.
Ooh,
Yeah,
I'm about to go
Chicago
with
versus
Indianapolis.
Roberto.
Indy.
All right, Danny.
Oh, Chicago.
All right.
Man,
Next
Indy's
up
going
is
too.
Yeah, and I think Chicago's defense isn't too bad. So
Khalil Mack.
Yeah, I agree. Next up, we have Chargers versus Pittsburgh. We all know where I'm going, so I'll just go first. Pittsburgh. JG.
This is one of those toss-up games. So I'm gonna go with the Chargers.
Roberto.
Chargers.
Danny.
Pittsburgh.
Wow, I was just about to sit here and say, and this Uncle Tomlin hating MFer, and you went with Pittsburgh. So, Danny, good job. I appreciate that. Good job, Danny.
Both of them 2-0, so it's a coin flip.
I got you. Make sure these okay. Next up, we have Miami versus Seattle. Roberto?
Seattle. That's a no-brainer.
Danny says Seattle. Roberto?
Seattle.
JG?
Man.
Bro, they ain't got no Tua for the next 4 weeks.
I know, man.
I saw that guy who came in replacing Tua. I got Tyreek Hill. I'm sad now, man.
I got Waller.
I go Seattle. You want to trade him, Roberto?
For who, Mahomes?
No, I wouldn't say Mahomes, but maybe someone else.
We're talking first pick, you know?
Yeah,
I
know.
Got to talk with first pick. First pick can't talk the third pick.
No. It doesn't have to be. Well, I mean, the way the league is, third pick could be a first.
You know what I mean? Your third round pick.
Oh no! It depends.
Okay, we can talk. I'm not being. We can talk.
I'll give you Chubbs for him.
Who? Nzo, you're a bad negotiator, man. I'm telling you right now.
Hey, listen. This is what I was gonna say before we get on the stream, right? Or on the stream, right? Like, there's times in like NFL and NBA where the trades are kind of lopsided. You know what I mean? Where it favors one team over the other. So I'm just like, if you want to trade them for Chubbs, I mean,
that would not be a very good trade for me.
That's
because
funny.
if I'm going to let go of top tier wide receiver, I need a top tier wide receiver or quarterback coming back my way.
You don't
I already have boom running backs. I just pick one up.
Well, no. See, here's the thing. You think you picked one up, right? This dude hasn't topped freaking 10 points in any of the games yet. I know it's only 2 games, but Pittsburgh played crappy run defense teams. They're not running against the Chargers. So,
well, going off of history, since you've noticed that I do tend to pick up most of the players you drop,
Yeah,
And the only reason you get vexed is because when I pick them up, they start to roll. So
No,
I'm just
that's
hoping that tradition continues.
No, that's not the reason. No, that's not the reason why I get upset. Because your fucking ass, sorry, Danny, picks him up
Oh,
because before I decide, because I was like, you know what? This wide receiver has gotten a lot of points and that's good, but I had an issue because he started off strong and then nothing else through the rest of the game. So I was gonna drop him and pick Harris back up. And I was like, oh, there's Roberto doing his crap again.
Watch my dilemma.
God.
Watch my dilemma, Anzo. I have
Uh-huh.
Kelsey getting me 0, and I have Amari Cooper getting me 1.
Mm-hmm.
So I go and look. You know, Amari Cooper, he's still ranked high. Like, he's still 90 percentile for, being drafted.
Mm-hmm.
But he's ranked 700 and something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, nah, this is a relationship that has to end. Nobody's going to trade me with Amari Cooper.
I couldn't believe it. When I saw Amari Cooper in the box, I said, Roberto must be lost.
Nobody would trade me for Amari Cooper right now, Danny, because
get him, boy.
He's not doing anything. I mean, and it's because of his quarterback. I don't know what's going on in Cleveland, but that team is salt.
They don't have good chemistry.
That team is pure salt. So when I saw Najee Harris, and I'm like, hold on, what's he ranking? 94. I said, that's about even. So I'm willing to take that chance. And I said, that's Anzo's.
Yeah, of course.
I was going to get Amari Cooper, but I had nobody on my team that I wanted to drop for him.
That's what I'm trying to say.
But if I had a scrub, I'd be like, yeah, let me get Mr. Cooper, because some days, man, he eats the right vitamins and says the right prayers, and he go out and get you 20, 25, 30.
It's not him, Danny.
I say some games, not all games. He ain't consistent.
Here's the reason why I was okay with dropping Harris, because my running backs are pretty good, and he'll never probably play because I'll never trust him enough
to be
a consistent scorer. You know what I mean?
You should feel no way that I picked him up.
No, I just feel the way that
probably
you
won't play for me either.
No, exactly. So you didn't need to pick him up.
But I need him as trade bait because I cannot trade bait Amari Cooper. Did you hear what Danny said? Even his scraps, he wouldn't let go to pick up Cooper. So what am I keeping this guy for?
Yeah.
I mean, look.
I look at him, I was like, is he better than
Nope. That's all you would say, Danny.
Smith Nigba off of C.
Nope.
But when I pick him up, I was like, I hate you. I was looking at him. I'm like, we all looking for people.
I almost picked up Kirk over him. And Kirk is sitting there.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, I dropped Kirk quick. He's not doing nothing.
Well, he was, he's a flop. He's supposed to be a top receiver.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But Jacksonville ain't really doing much. Even Etienne ain't really doing much. So it's week 2. He's ranked 700 and something. That's the only reason why I let him go. And the fact that no one would trade me for him. I'd probably get not even a defensive player.
And we all know
receivers ain't getting double digits though. Man,
and we all horrible. We all know he has 2 good weeks, and someone's going to be flying to pick him up real quick. You know what I mean? So I'm watching.
When they put him in, he's going to be salt.
Maybe. When I'm watching these games, I got my fantasy league open. I'm like, okay, who scored? Who's having a good game? Okay, no Dazzle. All right, let me just scoop this gap real quick. That's why I picked up Lazard. I was like, oh, wait, nobody has him? Okay.
That's what I was doing last year.
I was trying to pick up that cat. Who's the backup for 49ers? Well, Thorgo Quentin didn't get him. Damn.
Yeah, me too. I looked for him too. The backup for the running back, right?
Yeah.
So I seen that,
boy.
And I seen that the running back for Kansas City is out. So I picked up his backup. I'm like, okay, boom.
I'm surprised Anzo didn't pick up the Rams' third receiver. He's number 1 now.
And you laughing? I looked at him, man.
I looked at him too. I won't lie.
Anybody on my team better than him? I mean, he's better than my team.
I looked at him 100%. I looked at him. Of course, I did. I said both Rams guys are out. Let me see. And I look, and I'm like,
there's nobody.
You know what I mean? And then the quarterback, like, you know what I mean? He's not doing so great. So I'm like, yeah. And then you got this guy in there that's not going to do so good. So yeah. Anyways, let's move on.
Somebody's going to need a quarterback. I know that. And that's what I'm going to get my pick.
Well, they got 3 that's available now that I would pick.
Okay, we'll see.
Three what quarterbacks?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm good at quarterback right now.
If I had to, I would get Geno Smith. He's been pretty consistent.
Yeah, he's all right. I want to what I do.
Factor.
And anyways, I'm not gonna tell you guys how I look for my players. But anyways, Carolina versus Las Vegas. Danny,
Raiders.
Ooh, Roberto
against the Panthers.
I spoke to Danny's friend. Raiders.
JG.
Raiders.
If the Raiders can beat the Ravens, they bet not even have a.
The Panthers are
no
the
issue
worst team in football.
Man, I was talking to Brian last week, and I was like, boy, should I put in Devontae Adams? I'm like, nah, I ain't putting him in. Dude got 18 points. Did a good job. I was like, oh, my God. So I got him in there this week, especially when I'm weak on wide receivers. And I'd be great if Chris would accept my damn trade, but I don't know what the hell he's waiting for.
I haven't even looked at it yet, so I'll get there.
There we go.
Been
Look
busy.
at it.
I will.
I got you.
Really quick, I did have a question for us, so let's do this, and I'll ask you that question. I need one of you to look up the stuff, but it'll be really easy. I picked Las Vegas too, I think, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Who you picking, Nzo?
Las Vegas.
And the Seattle, who you picking?
I took Seattle.
Same here.
Yeah, Chris took Seattle too.
All
right. Next up, we have San Francisco versus the Rams. Chris, you go first since you came in.
San Francisco. I mean, I know they're a bit of a mess, but I think the Rams are a bigger mess.
JG?
Man, they play us close every single year. That's a divisional rival right there.
Yep.
I'm going to go with San Fran.
It's your team. You better go with them.
I know, but I'm going to be realistic.
This is your Cincinnati, Kansas City game. That's like that type of game.
Yep.
It's like, God, never want to see it. And then when it happens and whatever the outcome is, you're like, yeah, I should have seen that coming.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Who are you taking, Danny?
Oh, Rams. Most definitely.
Oh, wow.
I'm going
I won't be surprised the Rams because it wouldn't.
I'm going with the Rams as well. Roberto?
San Fran.
Bro, they got a 4-headed monster and 3 of the heads are out.
Yeah, same thing with the Rams.
Yeah, I mean
80% of their offense is out. It's even worse, Danny. 80% of their offense is out.
And they're like I said, San Francisco is a mess.
I think Rams' third string is better than 49ers.
They still have Brandon Ayuk.
Yeah. And you got to think, again, the Rams are a bigger mess right now.
And they playing at Rams? Yeah, I'm giving the home field.
Yeah, I'm going with the Rams too.
I won't be surprised.
Next up, we have Detroit versus Arizona. I'm taking Detroit. Danny?
I'll make that 2.
JG?
Arizona.
Of course.
Of course.
Roberto?
Detroit.
Chris?
Arizona.
Man, Detroit play that gritty football, bro. They're grinding.
Arizona's been killing it, dude.
Both of them 1-1.
Yeah, well, but the thing is that Arizona or the Cardinals, that first game wasn't like they totally blew it. They just weren't on all cylinders. But Murray's looking really solid, actually, and it's kind of surprising. I don't know.
3 touchdowns.
I know. I mean, and I don't know if it's going to be something he can carry out.
Golf ain't looking bad, so I trust Golf more than Murray.
And I like Detroit's coach.
And I don't disagree with you. I don't. But
I like the coach too.
I think last week was a rough game for Detroit, and I think it exposed a lot. So
this is their bounce back, but I won't lie, it was a tough pick because Murray's looking like old Murray.
Yeah.
At least last week he did.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next up, we have Baltimore versus Dallas. Big game. Game of the week.
Yeah.
JG.
You know where I'm going.
All day, every day, Baltimore, right? Cowboys.
Yep. Yeah, I'm never picking the Cowboys ever. It could be
All right,
against the freaking Panthers. I'm not going for them.
Here's another one who probably ain't picking the Cowboys. Roberto.
Can't believe I did it last week.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, I can't believe I picked. Not because I knew that New Orleans was going to blow them out. It's just because I never usually pick Dallas. Maybe twice a year I'll pick them, and it ain't this year. Baltimore.
Danny?
Oh, Baltimore, definitely.
Chris?
Baltimore is not going 0-3. Baltimore.
Frick. I'm gonna have to buck the trend. I'm going with Dallas.
Oh.
I'm not surprised.
I'm going with Dallas on that one. Next up is Kansas City versus Atlanta.
And of course, it had to be Atlanta that we were going against.
Kansas City.
God.
Yeah.
Damn
I'm going with Kansas City as well. Chris?
I should go with Atlanta just to lose this one pick.
Chris, you know you lying. You know you're going for Kansas City.
No, I'm going Kansas City. Yeah, you're right. I'm going Kansas City, but my worry is first week I pick the Falcons and they lose. I don't pick the Falcons last week and they win. I swear to God, if we lose this game because I pick us, I'm going to be so damn pissed off. I hate the Falcons, but Kansas City.
I have Patrick Mahomes, so he better not. He better
get into existence.
He better not lose to Atlanta. I got Patrick Mahomes on my team. He better have a good game against.
This is the game that we should win 42-14. We should win this game. But the problem is just like Cincinnati, just like there's certain games we just don't get up for, and I have no freaking clue why. But I'm hoping, I want them to win. I'm going to pick them to win. But, I hate Atlanta because it's like I cannot pick them to win or lose, right? I can't.
Mahomes has sold his soul to the devil.
I don't know about that, but maybe.
As long as he gets me fantasy points, I don't care who he sells his soul to. Roberto?
KC.
JG?
I hate Kansas City with a passion going to Atlanta. I know they're gonna lose, so I'm going.
What?
I can't do it.
I ain't gonna knowingly pick a loss. I feel in my heart.
It's free. I don't care if it's money. I'll go with Kansas
Don't
City.
care about
It's free. I'm going about Atlanta.
Pride costs something too.
Facts. Buffalo versus Jacksonville. Roberto?
Buff.
Danny?
Buffalo.
Chris?
I think who's it? Buffalo and who?
Jacksonville.
Yeah, I picked Buffalo.
I'm going with Buffalo as well. JG?
Sweep.
Is that going to make the Jags 0-3? If that happens?
So. I just don't trust them.
Well, it's weird because they really have a team they should be winning with, but they just can't seem to put it together.
Absolutely. And now we have the Monday night game, which is a game that I would probably pass because
isn't Buffalo the Monday night game?
Buffalo what?
Buffalo's a Monday night game, isn't it?
It's two Monday night games. It's Buffalo.
There's
really?
Wars, and it's Commanders and the Bengals.
Yep.
There's two of them.
Yeah, it's 2 Monday night games.
Okay.
And the second one is like a snooze.
One's on ESPN.
And the second one that we're going to talk about now is a snooze fest. I don't really care.
Pittsburgh's not playing.
No, it's Washington.
Yeah, good job. Good job, Roberto.
It's
Yes, what are you talking about? This is a new generation going on over there. It's not your old Washington Redskins.
It's the Redskins.
Pittsburgh and the Panthers.
I wish it was the Redskins.
That's why.
Danny, is that thing fake? That petition going around with that native group trying to bring the team name back?
The natives want it back.
So why isn't it happening?
Because you know how the people are, man. Everything will be PC, politically correct, and it's offensive.
Because everybody who isn't Native American is offended for Native Americans, so they wanted it gone. Now it's gone, and now there are enough Native Americans who are saying, "Listen, we don't have a problem with it."
I think it was some kind of money tied to that too. Now,
you'd be surprised how many people still call them the Redskins.
I know I do.
Please bring back those jerseys. I hate these Commander jerseys.
All right. So Washington versus Cincinnati. I'm going first. I'm picking Cincinnati. Roberto?
Cincy.
See how common sense works, Anzo?
JG? Wait, how?
Me and Roberto, we are diehard Commanders fans, but we ain't picking them. We didn't know.
Okay. So first off,
I'm doing this to win.
Let me tell you something. I'm like JG. This shit is for free. You guys are not patriots to your team, right? If you can't pick your team for something that's free, then that's what I'm saying. You should.
I don't recall you ever betting against Pittsburgh, Gonzo.
Ever?
I can't recall. I could be wrong.
Exactly, because I know I'm a ride or die for my team, 100%.
No.
JG, who you taking?
I want to win. So I ain't trying to pick no flukes.
I'm gonna go Washington.
How many guys picked Washington last week? How many guys picked Washington last week?
I did.
I think I did.
I did.
I think I did. I can't remember.
Nice, good pick, fellas. Good picks.
Everybody picked Washington last week.
I bet you Anzo didn't.
Yeah, he did.
No,
Everybody picked Washington.
No, I did.
What?
Yep.
Yeah, only because everybody else did, so I picked.
That's what I'm talking about.
I ain't gonna lie. Everybody else
it would just take one to choose the other team, and Anzo's choosing the other team, guaranteed.
Chris, who you taking?
Man, I'm taking Cincinnati, but man, there's something going on there. But I think Cincy can do this.
Hey, I'm not passing on no information. Who'd you pick,
Yeah,
Anzo?
no. Yeah.
Cincy.
Okay, T. Higgins is back, huh?
Yeah, I know. But
that's a big difference.
I can't believe we all picked Pittsburgh last week too.
Yeah, but it's a big difference.
Oh yeah, I did.
It's a big difference, but again, it doesn't seem like Chase is really on his game, and I'm not sure T. Higgins coming back first week is going to be on his game. So I don't know. And there still seems to be something kind of wrong with
Burrow.
Yeah, he just seemed a little off. I mean, he did really decent against us, but it just seems like there's still something not quite all working right there.
Yeah, he's usually warped the first 4 weeks of the season, and then
boom. There was no way I was getting stuck with that guy again. Absolutely not this year. I got stuck with him last year. Yeah, I got stuck with him last year. I was not getting stuck with him this year. Danny, you're taking Cincy, you said?
Yes, sir.
All right. So now, guys, the picks will be locked in unless anybody wants to make a change. If you want to make a change, now is the chance.
You got all the ones before that I sent you, right?
Yeah, I didn't put them in, but I have them. Yeah.
Okay. Well, did you let them know? Because I'm okay with them knowing. All right, cool. Good.
Yeah,
all right.
yeah.
My shizzle is in stone.
All
right.
Yep, I'm good.
I think I'm good as well.
Yep.
I am good as well. So, yeah. Those are
There's
the
only
picks,
like
guys.
2 games that were a little tough to choose this week.
So, I have a question that we had here on sports radio this week, and it was a really good question. It's what 2-0 team isn't going to make the playoffs, and what 0-2 team will make the playoffs?
I know the 0-2 team that will make the playoffs is the Baltimore Ravens.
Okay, I'm with you on that. That's the first thing I thought. And you can only pick one, but I need somebody to look up and see who's 0-2 and who's 2-0. I can't remember, and I'm on my phone.
Pittsburgh will not make the playoffs.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm going to agree there too.
Out of spite.
Both you guys can suck my left nut. All
Well,
right?
That's what we all said. That's what we all said too, because the 2-0 teams are the Chiefs.
I can tell you right now, it's New Orleans. I would say the Chargers, Pittsburgh, Minnesota, Houston, Tampa Bay.
Chargers is
The
kind
Chargers are
of
2-0?
Yep. I'm looking at it
Yeah,
right
I'm about
now.
to change that to the.
Yeah, I would change it to the Chargers.
Seattle is
I didn't know
2-0.
They were
Chiefs
mentioned.
are 2-0, and the Bills are 2-0.
I'd change it to the Chargers.
I think between the Pittsburgh Chargers and the Seahawks.
You can only pick one.
I know this is tough.
Yeah, so pick one, JG.
Pittsburgh.
Pick one. Roberto.
I'm gonna go Pittsburgh.
I will say Chargers.
I'm
Come
gonna
on,
say
Roberto.
I'm gonna
You
say
just
Tampa
say-
Bay.
Come on, Roberto. You just saying Pittsburgh because of me. You know that. You know it's not Pittsburgh. That's the pick. Come on, bro. Don't hate.
Because-
I'm
Don't
saying
hate.
it because of you. I'm not afraid to say it.
The way you hate on my Washington team, I gotta hate on your Pittsburgh team equally right, man. Come on, Nzo.
Yeah, I don't.
You wish for me to
no.
lose in fantasy. You want my football team to lose, and I'm going to cheer for your team.
I could say,
You're almost starting to look like Donald Trump.
Roberto, you gotta get that hate out your heart, brother. You gotta get.
Stop bringing it out of me.
Yeah, but I'd say Baltimore and the Chargers. And the reason why I said Chargers over Pittsburgh, since you know, I would have said Pittsburgh if the Chargers weren't 2-0. They don't have the weapons. And I mean, I'm not saying that Pittsburgh has a ton of weapons, but if I had to pick, and I know this is going to be weird because it's Harbaugh now in LA, the Chargers. So this is his first year. He's just starting what he wants to do. Pittsburgh's head coach has been there again. They've only had 3 head coaches. This guy every year is over 500. I think the Pittsburgh Steelers are better led as far as coaching team and have more experience in that can win out. And also the division right now, I think, is more evenly stacked towards the Pittsburgh Steelers doing better in their own division. The division that the Chargers are in, it's cutthroat. And I mean, even if Denver and the Raiders aren't always doing good, it's cutthroat.
Pittsburgh
Every team.
Division.
What?
Pittsburgh in a tough division.
They are, but I don't know.
They always seem to make a winning season. So
yeah.
So I'm not going to bet against them. But
so the Chargers right now, I think, are the most likely.
So here's the question: does Tomlin's streak stay alive this year?
Yeah,
I think so.
He's gonna definitely get 8-8. No problem.
The reason why I don't want to say the Chargers because they're reminding me of Harbaugh's first year with the 49ers. Right now, they were 13-3, I believe. So Harbaugh may have something special going on. We had
got a boom quarterback there.
They've always say that college coaches are better than professional coaches. I don't necessarily agree with that, but that's the narrative I've been hearing here lately.
But he's had a taste of both.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. In his first year at 49ers, they were 13-3, I think.
I don't know.
They were horrible the year before.
Will show something to his brother because his brother's show is not using Derrick Henry correctly.
And I hope they continue to do so.
Silence, Nzo.
All right, that's all I had, though.
That's the one thing I have to agree with Nzo.
No. All right, gentlemen, it's been another fantastic episode, very fun episode, man. I love Square One with y'all guys. It makes my Saturday. So if we get out here, man, everybody shout out what's going on with their channel, what you're up to, what's going on new. Roberto, we start with you. What's going on with you and Nzo on the OOC?
Nothing new. We're just bringing it live Wednesday with my man JG as well. Show up, show some love.
Oh yeah, JG, what's going on with you, sir? I'm gonna save you last. You're gonna take us out with one of them fire intros. Chris, what's going on in your neck of the woods, sir?
We're about ready to start Wednesday night on Unmasking the Masked Singer. It starts back up. And if I'm back on my computer when I do that, which is the plan, we'll start doing some more streams, and I'll be back to doing my gaming streams and all sorts of stuff. So That's what I'm hoping for.
All right. Mr. Nzo, my brother, what's going on with you, sir, in your neck of the woods?
Yes, sir. As Roberto said, OOC on Wednesdays. We also got roundtables. We got watch parties. You know what I mean? And so I'm pretty sure we will be getting back to the Chaos Central stuff. But square one, man, that's where it is on Saturday, right here with the rest of these crew.
Indeed.
Even though y'all are a bunch of clowns, all right? Every single one of you on this platform that laughed at that garbage ass video at the beginning, all right? Even though you're clowns, I still love you guys, and thank you for listening.
Man, Billy Joe didn't cut the guy a check. I'm Daddy. You can find me here on Saturdays with my boys. You can find me Wednesday nights when I hang out. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. My channel, The Road to Wisdom. This is the only show that I have on that channel. Besides that, because I think that so much of the show, the guys on here, man, we keep it clean. I love sports. I love football. Talk with my guys. And on Sunday tomorrow night, you can catch me on Storms Live. And one question before we get out of here, before we turn over to JG. If you were Puff Daddy, and they allowed you to get bail, would you fly to non-extradition?
100.
Yes.
Roberto, please make sure you're there this week because we got to talk. We had to talk about that, man, because
for sure.
I think I said it like when this stuff came out that this dude should have been gone and sitting next to Russell Simmons doing that yoga, whatever Russell Simmons be doing when he live streaming. Puffy should have been there. There is no reason for this man to have still been in the United States.
In New York, of all places.
Well, hey, even if they give him bail, he's not going to be able to skip because
they're going to take his passport.
They're going to take his passport. They're probably going to freeze a lot of his assets.
Well, if he's smart, he has
should have already
money.
left.
If he's smart, he has money overseas in one of those Swiss banks, right?
Yeah.
And this mofo should be hiding in one of those trucks like an illegal immigrant trying to get into America, trying to get out. You know what I mean? He'd be in the back of a truck, hiding there. No one speaking English.
Yeah, and I done seen on all these shows, man, these people always have money hide somewhere, like cash money. He should have had a contingency plan.
For
bro.
sure, he has money
I'm
somewhere.
sending over $100 million to this country. Just sit there in cash. And bro, as soon as I smell the FBI sniffing, I'm on the first thing smoking. So he might be gonna be in the cell or close by in the same cell block with R. Kelly, bro.
I'm gonna say this, Danny. I'm gonna say this before we go. They're gonna kill him. They're gonna say suicide.
There's too much information.
100%. He's gonna be an Epstein.
Yep, I said it too, Nzo. Wow. Bang! The OOC calls it first.
They said he had cameras throughout all them houses, so he got a lot of people on tape.
So,
hey guys,
yeah, go ahead, Chris.
I'm gonna run. But I'll talk to you guys later. Yeah, no, I think you're right. I think it's looking like an Epstein situation. According to people, he's actually in the same holding cell.
Woo!
You know. Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what happens.
And here's the thing, right?
Peace out, guys. Bye.
Peace, Chris. And here's the thing, though, right? We say he have all that information and he's recording all these videos. I think all the stuff that happened is because he probably got someone on video that said, you know what? We're going to go and get him because I need that evidence.
Mm-hmm. Hey, bro.
I'm telling you, he's going to die. And a lot of that evidence that they supposedly have, because if he recorded everything,
it's going to be destroyed.
It's going to disappear.
Yep.
Granted, 100%.
He got the wrong person, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep.
I agree.
All right, Mr. JG, you up next, brother.
JG Shaolin Terrific, the undefeated, undisputed final boss of the 36 Chambers of Shaolin. What? Tune in live Wednesday nights on Biggaford Entertainment on the OOC with the host Nzo, aka the Abbott, and the Osiris of the the Spliff King, and the Professor of Gunja, alongside the co-host Roberto, aka Mr. 100, aka No Trouble Did Anything Gonna Be Irie. No woman, no cry.
Bang, bang. PG version.
And also checking with my brother from another mother, Super Wise LPCP in Nueva York on our watch parties with the Penguin, the greatest Max show so far.
Stop it.
Wow, I gotta check that out then. I heard it was fire.
No, it's garbage.
Hater.
It is trash. Boring,
Hater.
trash, garbage.
I heard it was good. Okay. All right then, gentlemen. We will catch y'all next time. And until next Saturday at same bat time, same bat channel. Peace, people. Peace.